Welcome to episode 98 of the Current Backloggers. The date is April 1st. Wacky April Fool's Day, as they say. I'm your host, Case Peel. I'm my good friend, co-host Cody G. And Raw Dog and Ally, Ryan.
Is that really what they say, Casey?
They say
No.
that, yeah. Ryan doesn't know, but
Wacky April Fool's first day. Come on down.
I can't believe you guys haven't heard that before.
What?
Well, you're just commenting on.
Wacky.
Yeah.
First day, April. Come on.
Yeah, it's known for at least 2 decades now. So
Just gaslighting me. That's cool.
So what have you two been up to?
Nothing much. I mean, we could talk about just New York. We all three went to New York.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys want to how you want to attack it. Go one at a time, or just start telling stories, or what you guys want to do.
I feel like you two should go first because I don't feel like I gloss over things.
Yeah, Casey should go first.
Oh boy.
Because I'm sure Casey's got like a diary. Did you take notes as you went?
I was gonna say, well, I just had to look at our plan thing that we had and kind of try and remember. I know we did the World Trade Center observation deck, which was fucking awesome.
Mm-hmm.
What did it take to get to the top, Ryan? Like 30 seconds or something? 1,500 feet?
38 seconds, and it went 27 miles an hour, something like that.
So fucking cool. That was one of the things I didn't get to do last time I was in New York. It was sold out, so I'm glad we got to do that. Super cool.
It wasn't actually that busy, surprisingly, for how nice a day it was.
Yeah, it was clear skies. Could have been a lot worse, as we saw later on in the trip. So we picked a good day for that.
Yeah.
I know you guys did the World Trade Center Museum, which I've already done, but you guys want to talk about that at all?
I'll be honest with you, my cat just unplugged my mic. I have no idea what you just said.
You need to get rid of cats.
You want to talk about the World Trade Center Museum?
Yeah, it was pretty cool, man. I don't know. I barely remember 9/11, but there's a lot of stuff there on display that I didn't expect. Like, I think some of the big things that stuck out to me was lost posters. People looking for their loved ones.
Oh.
Then it's like just pieces of the plane.
Yeah.
I think the craziest one was for me. You walk in this room, so the whole museum's kind of loud, and you walk in this little room, side room, and it gets real quiet. They had put, I guess, soundproofing in there, or I don't know why it was just so much quieter than the rest of the museum. And then it's a projector just flipping through photos of people jumping, and then there's quotes of people that were there on the ground watching people fall to their deaths and listening to that smack, that awful noise that would sound like. I couldn't imagine. So it's just people quoting like, you wanted to look away, but you also wanted to, like, as a sign of respect, the last moments on earth for these people to stare. I don't know. Then there's another quote about a woman. He's like, this woman's final moments on life. She's still like, as she was jumping to her death, like she like checked her skirt, made sure her skirt was still staying down. Like in her last moments of life, she was still. I don't know. I should have looked at the quote before this, but it's essentially like she's still. I don't know. It's just a very human thing to do.
Dignity.
Dignity. That's the word I was looking for. Yeah. As she died, a lot of people's personal items and stuff, like the Let's Roll guy or whatever his name is. It Let's Roll. The United 93 guy. His personal items were there.
About that doesn't sound right, but
his stuff was there. So, and then most of it seemed like a lot of people doing the tours were people that were there or somehow involved.
It is Let's Roll.
On 9/11. It's Let's Roll. Is it Beamer? Something Beamer, I think.
Todd Beamer.
So I think.
Yeah, that's something I didn't think about, was because we're going so recent after the attack. Like, a lot of the people that Cody said were either descendants or people who were there during the attack, or like the one lady was a flight attendant and she's supposed to be on one of the planes that hit the towers, and she's happened to call off that day. So you got a lot of interesting perspectives that obviously won't be around forever, as these people age out and stuff. So that was definitely interesting to see from people's perspectives who have been there. And they also had one of the beams that it was like the entry point of one of the first aircraft. So you can see like the mangled beam. And then the last beam, or I forget what they call it, the last column, I think. Like one of the last pieces of big material they pulled out of the rubble pile, and they had like a bunch of first responders and family members sign it, and it's on display there, which is cool.
The cross one, right? Did it look like a cross?
Mm-mm. No, just a big
Just a
old
beam.
column, yeah.
Oh, okay. Did you get to that part too, Ryan, where they had an ambulance that was on ground zero?
Mm-hmm.
So, like, essentially, like I know both of you guys know this, but just probably guess for people listening, like all the emergency workers and police and stuff all had transponders on them or something like that. So if they were hurt and you're trying to find a downed responder, their transponder somehow knew that this person needed help, and it would just beep. So as you're standing next to this ambulance from ground zero, they had like a speaker that was playing all of, was it actual audio? It said it was from a documentary, so it must have been actual audio of all the transponders.
Yeah.
And they're playing that for you, and you realize like there's just a sea of transponders. So it's like if you were an emergency worker that was fine and was wanting to help somebody, like you don't know where to begin because it just must have been so like it'd been so dark and the dust everywhere, and you're just hearing something that probably your whole career you've been like focused on. Oh, when you hear that noise, it's a big problem, and I gotta go run to that person. But now you're in a sea of them. Like I couldn't imagine.
Yeah, they're motion activated is how they work. So if they stop moving long enough, then they go off.
Oh,
Yeah.
Very cool museum though.
Yeah.
Looking at a story I read the other night, I was wondering if anybody was on top of the observation deck of the old World Trade Center during the attack. I was like, man, that would be the fucking worst spot in the world because it was on top of the building in the old one. It wasn't inside. And they said that the observation deck wasn't open that day yet, but there was 2 people that were, well, I'm sure there's plenty of people planning on going, but the last ticket sold was the night before. These 2 people met, and they met each other. They're from Winnipeg, but they, well, one of them was from New York, one was from Winnipeg, and they met in New York on September 10th. And they went to the observation deck, but it was a stormy night, so they were going to go back the next day, and they bought tickets for it to go the next day. And the guy was running late, so he called her, and he couldn't get a hold of her, and they heard about the attack, and he's like, oh, shit. And then he finally got a hold of her later, because you guys probably know this as well, but there's all the issues with interference and lines going down and everything. So they couldn't contact each other till later, but she ended up running late. So the last ticket sold, and it was for 8:45 was when they were supposed to be up there. And
Wow.
yeah, and then they obviously didn't go up, but yeah, the crazy shit like that you hear, that it's like one lucky thing, or usually that's a bad thing, you're running late, and then that's a bad thing, but how crazy of a difference that little bit can make.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I read another story yesterday that I don't remember this, I won't lie. The Broncos played September 10th. It was to open their new stadium, and they played the Giants, and some guy was supposed to work in the World Trade Center, the what was it, the 87th floor, right where the tower hit, or the plane hit the tower. And the Broncos were playing the Giants, so he was drunk because the Broncos destroyed him, and he was drunk, so he didn't show up to work the next day. And it's crazy, even something like that is like such a, you hear about people doing that all the time for sporting events and everything, but literally being drunk and missing work saved his life. That's just so crazy that, because he
hasn't been sober a day since.
Yeah, the survivor's guilt in that.
Yeah, they said
All your coworkers passed away, and then just you.
yeah, he was the only one that survived on that
Mm.
that floor because his whole team was obviously gone.
Something else too that stuck out to me. Renee told me about this company that I don't know if they're headquartered but most of the people were right where the plane hit. So this plane, when the planes hit, it killed like most of the company. I forget the percentages, but we'll say like 90% of the company died then.
Mm.
And they had a lot of stuff from there. Like they had their boardroom had a big statue. I think just hearing that story and then like seeing all of their office stuff was interesting. And then like Renee told me about the CEO too. The CEO was like so guilty that he went to every funeral of his employees, or tried to go as much as he could. I don't know if he went to all of them, but knowing that story and then seeing all their stuff and how guilty that CEO felt, or all the grief he was dealing with.
Yeah, I can't imagine that when we already went through that, and then one funeral's bad enough just in a normal occasion, let alone just like line them up like an event like that. No thanks.
Or just, I mean, seeing the original Lost posters, man, was crazy. Like the absolute desperation from the families writing on there, like, please get a hold of us. And
Yeah.
wild stuff, man. And then we do you remember the big rock we saw too, Ryan? You like turn a corner and there's this big, almost like a boulder sized thing, and they
No.
think that this boulder could have up to 5 floors in it.
Oh, really? I don't remember.
Yeah, all
that.
compressed.
Yeah.
And there's like they're basically saying there's probably human remains inside of this thing as well.
Wow. Yeah.
So it's a crazy museum, man.
Yeah. Not a real great way to segue into anything else.
Segue. Speaking of crazy
Yeah.
stuff.
Yep.
So one fun story. So after that actually we went and we're like, well, let's go walk around. We were already in Lower Manhattan, so walk around, maybe try and see the Statue of Liberty from Battery Park, and had quite the experience there. Walking down the sidewalk, getting ready to turn the park, and there's like a line of these guys in these red coats, and they're all like hassling everyone walking by. Hey, you got your tickets? Got your tickets? Where your tickets at? Ferry this way. They're trying to sell tickets to the Statue of Liberty, and we're just like walking through. We're like, no, we're good. And as we're walking through, they're so aggressive that like half our group ended up not walking through them to like get into the park, and I guess I got through, and I turned around, nobody's with me. So then, I guess Renee and Cody was part of that group, and I'll let them explain how they got dealt with.
Looks like Cody wants me to. It was, well, first off, you should never trust red coats. I mean, we should have learned our lesson.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got in an argument. A fine black gentleman, very kind. And he was telling us how we're not allowed to go any further, and he runs the park, and we're violating the law if we go any further, and just all these ridiculous things. So me and him are going back and forth, and then it ends with him saying, suck my dick to me. And he said, you and your whole family can suck my dick. And so then I called him a pussy, and then he started screaming stuff back, and he was already walking away. And then, yeah, that was a fun experience of being in New York.
So,
Yeah,
if you ever go there, just walk right past them. Don't make eye contact.
Yeah, it was weird. They like have this facade that they work there.
Yeah.
Like it tricked me for a second. I was like, oh
It's like a
shit,
tourist
maybe
scam.
this is like legit people. And then the director of operations of this company, as the shirt said, they all had different roles in their shirt. But as Renee mentioned to us, I didn't think about director of operations would be, if it was a real company, he would be nowhere near like the people selling stuff. It would be probably an office. I don't know. It was really weird.
Yeah.
This whole facade they have that they run the park. But we did run it, and then Casey, he was like, he's like, dude, this guy's a fucking asshole. And Casey's like, you certainly are. And then he's like, you and your whole family can suck my dick. And then he like tried to walk off and stuff. And then I was like, all right, man, God bless you. Have a good day. Hey, you too, man. You too. So it was, I don't know. was weird. I got like 2 different versions from this guy, but it was nice. There was an actual tour guide there, and he came up to me. And one side you do get the scam artists, idiots, but then on the other side there was another New Yorker, actual tour guide that came up to me and was like, "Oh, listen, man, this is a public park. You guys do whatever you want in here. Don't
Yeah.
listen to these guys." And he's like, "Get your whole family." Like, he like had me. He's like, "Is that your wife?" Yeah, tell her. And he's like, "Yeah, tell her to come over here." And he like guided us through the mess that was them. So we did run into those fools that were out there doing that, but
Yeah.
immediately we're taken care of by another New Yorker that was way nicer. And he's like, "Yeah, this is a free country, man. This is a free park. Don't listen to those guys."
Yeah,
I was like, because he's like, at first he was like, "What's going on, man?" I was like, I don't know, man. Like, that guy over there just told my whole family to suck his dick or something. And he goes, "Oh, no, don't worry about those guys. It's a free park, dude. Walk wherever you want. Basically, fuck those guys."
Mm.
So then I waved to the red coat guys as they were staring at us, as
Yeah.
that actual nice New Yorker guided us through it. That was a weird one. Trying to get better about not overreacting in those situations and yelling back at people and stuff. Which I did pretty good till we got to a security guard. He really didn't do anything. I was just taking off my fanny pack so he could look into it. He's like, "Sir, I don't need you to take it off. You just need to unzip it." And he was doing that irritating thing with, let's see, it's 4 years later, so he's been wearing a mask for 4 years, and he still doesn't know how to wear it. It like slowly drips down underneath his nose, and he takes it off to talk to you. It's like, why are you even wearing this anymore, man? I get if you're immune compromised or whatever thing, but you're not even correctly wearing it. So I was just tired, and we were getting rained on the whole day.
Yeah.
So that guy was, he was, and also he wouldn't communicate. He would talk to his coworkers, but then he got to people, he would just go, as he's like mimicking, like, open your bag. Like, I don't know what, he didn't think I spoke English or
Probably not.
what. Yeah, I don't know, but
Probably gets a
so,
lot of that.
so I'm just trying to be better about those types of people, and thought the redcoat guys were it was actually a really good scam because the matching shirts and the way they block the entrance, and they're right next to the building. It did look like this was a security point to get through and to check tickets.
Yeah.
And then as we're leaving, there was like some Eastern European women that the scam artist had got, and they were walking away. And I was like, "Oh, hey, listen, those guys are scam artists. You can walk the whole park." And then they are like assumed I must have been a scam artist as well. I'm like, "Oh, we're okay, thank you." I was like, "Man, place is goofy." But yeah, so the red shirts, fuck them, don't talk to them.
Mm-hmm.
Director of operations is really not the director's operations, because Casey's like, "Oh, your supervisor over there." I am. See that, director of operations. I think he had to look at it to read. They must.
Like, wait,
They must
what jacket
trade
am I wearing
shirts.
today?
Yeah, I am CEO founder. So
And to
Yeah.
be fair, the security guard you're talking about at the library, he was at least doing top-notch work. Like I
Mhm.
opened my bag and he just stared me in the eyes and, "You're good."
Keep moving. Keep moving.
Okay, so the guns and bomb in here, all right?
Well, to be fair, it's pretty high security area, the New York Public Library. You know,
That's right.
pretty important.
there. I know a couple guys I work with that worked for Amazon security.
Mm.
And Amazon's way more
I hear
serious
they're the
about their
worst.
security. So they, I would love this job. Amazon pays guys to just try to sneak into facilities and try to bring stuff in and sneak around.
Mm-hmm.
I would love that. I hear like crazy stories of the guys that sneak in will wait at gas stations near Amazon facilities and will scan people's RFIDs inside of the gas stations and stuff.
Mm.
Just, I was like, that job sounds
Clone their
amazing,
badges
dude.
and stuff.
Oh yeah, clone
called-
the badges.
Yeah, it's called pen testing. Is the job
Oh,
name.
dude, it's awesome. And they'll try to bring SD cards into data centers and stuff. They'll like hide them in between their fingers like this, so when you're wanding them, you won't see the SD card. I was like, that'd be such a great job to have. He said one day somehow the one guy talked the FedEx driver into letting him in the back of the truck and rode in the back of a truck inside of a facility.
What in the world?
I was like, dude, that sounds like an awesome job. I would love to do that. That it would have been so easy at the New York Library.
A lot of social engineering.
Oh man.
This also sounds like a matter of time till a crazy person or a terrorist gets this job and uses it to their advantage.
Oh man.
Oh,
So yeah, after that we was that the Brooklyn Bridge Day? Or was that day 2?
I think it
I
was
forget.
Brooklyn
They all
Bridge.
blend together.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. That was the first day. 'Cause that's when I hurt my hip. I don't know how, but killed my hip, man. It's like old man hobbling. I was trying to find a cane.
Danielle got a giant blister and was limping with her foot. You guys just all going down.
Yeah. What was funny though is after that, the next day I was fine. It was just like I pulled something or did something funny.
Yeah, my hip was bothering me for a few days as well, and so one leg was the hip issue, another leg was another problem. We were getting home too. We were driving real late at a rest stop, and we're all like crawling out of this van. We all look like zombies walking inside. And I looked up, and Danielle's hobbling into the gas station. I'm hobbling behind her, and Casey, you're doing like fucking laps around columns running.
Yeah,
I don't know if you're like showing off that you had so much more mobility than all of us, or
no, I was making fun of Michaela because she said she has the zoomies, and I said, "What are you, a fucking dog? You have those zoomies?" And then I was mocking her having the zoomies out there.
yeah, it was hilarious. It looked like the end of a war movie when the rest of the survivors are hobbling back on the helicopter or something, and you were just doing fucking laps around the gas station.
Yeah, the first sprint I took, there's immediately a huge dog in front of me. And I was like, well, this is ironic since I'm mimicking a fake dog. And I was like, well, gotta go the other way now. Gonna freak this dog out, mocking a fake dog.
But yeah,
Yeah, the Brooklyn
I think
Bridge. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
no, yeah, Brooklyn Bridge. I did. We went back. I went kind of on the Brooklyn Bridge, but then we turned
Yeah.
back.
What do you think of it, Ryan?
It was cold. I remember that. Man. I was
I don't remember you
underdressed.
saying that.
Oh, you don't?
No.
Oh, that's funny.
No, I believe I said if you say it one more time, I'll fucking murder you.
Yeah. To be fair though, it was long and cold.
Oh.
I mean, I think it's almost a mile across, and it's it's water, and there's no break from the wind, so it's just like blowing wind, like maybe mid 40s. No, I mean, I don't regret doing it, but could have been a little warmer. Would have been more enjoyable.
Probably a lot more crowded too then, though.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Um,
And then of course, we got to the other side, and then we had to get ice cream. So
yeah, to cool down a little bit.
to warm up.
And that's where you
Yeah.
shot your favorite video of all time.
Yeah, maybe I'll send that to you. You can insert it in here.
Okay.
We'll probably get copyright strike. You can't.
Yeah, I will say, like, going to New York, you think it's going to be this great. I mean, we were stayed in touristy areas, so maybe that's why. But there was tons of police everywhere. You'd see homeless people here and there, but I feel like the few times you did see immigrants, they were just trying to sell us shit. Subways were fine.
Mm-hmm.
It did get a little different after like midnight, though. But still, there were still cops everywhere.
Yeah.
So it was at least for the tourist areas, it's pretty safe.
Tried a whole lot of pizza, obviously. Do you remember your favorite place, Ryan?
They were all okay.
There was one that you said was better than others, though.
I don't remember the name.
I think it was Little Italy for you.
Well, that kind of went downhill after the last night.
Oh yeah, you ruined it.
And kind of ruined it for me. When it comes back up in the middle of the night, kind of takes a couple points off of it. So I don't know if it was because I got pepperoni. So I don't know if there's something wrong with the pepperonis or what, but did not agree with me. That was not fun. I was already sleep deprived because we were staying up late and getting up early, and then I lost another like 2 hours of sleep that night. So I'm still not fully recovered, I don't think.
Just sleep 14 hours is what I did. I feel like
Yeah.
I finally recovered.
Yeah.
Oh man. Cody? Did you want to talk about the foot guy on the subway?
Yeah, that was one of the times we rode real late.
Yeah.
And that's why I said the vibe changes in the subways. I forget what all was he saying when he was sleeping before the lady got on.
You mainly heard that. I started tuning in after, but you said he was being inappropriate about girls in general.
Yeah, it wasn't directed at anybody. He was just
Yeah.
talking. He was like, I'm gonna beat that pussy up. I'm gonna bust it open. I'm gonna look at it, blow kisses at it. I'm at this point I'm making shit up, but it's along the same vein of all of these things. I don't know exactly what he said, but I think he was talking about feet, woman's feet, because this lady got on that was like attractive, and she had on ridiculous platform high heels, and her feet were all out, and they were like wrapped in leather straps. And I was like, oh no! And she sat down right across from the laying down pervert, and I was like, dude, he's gonna. And I think he fell asleep at this point. So I was like, when he wakes up, he's
so
gonna lose it.
excited.
Yeah, he woke up and he fucking saw it, and he was onto the races. Do you remember what he was saying, Casey? Because I don't. I'd be making shit up at this point.
I know he was talking about. Started not screaming, but very loudly talking about how beautiful her feet were and everything he would do to them, and how he's never gonna forget it. And they went all outcast. So never, never, ever, never, ever am I gonna forget those. And the whole time the girl's just having casual conversation with, I'm assuming, her boyfriend.
Yeah, both of them were definitely well versed in New Yorker life because they didn't care, and it's something that clearly happens to them on the regular. He said something about I'm gonna give you my phone number, and if that number doesn't work, I'm gonna give you another number.
Yeah, and that's when he started saying you'll never forget it,
Hmm.
which usually means something else in New York, but he's just talking about feet.
I'm sad I missed this.
I think you would have been very mad.
Yeah, probably.
Was he wearing shoes?
The guy, the
Yeah.
crazy. I don't know. That'd been
How
great
could
if he
you
was talking
not?
about his feet this whole time.
Can you imagine being on the subway with no shoes?
Oh,
This guy was living on there. This was like bedtime for him. He was
Oh,
sleeping on that.
it was the little apartment you guys were riding in?
Yeah, he had a whole setup, didn't he, Casey?
Yeah,
There was
I
like a
mean-
whole setup of homeless people at that end of the train.
so if you think about it, the girl kind of came into his apartment, so kind of asking
Yeah.
for
So she's asking for it.
That's right, dude.
it.
Yes, I only ran into one homeless guy sleeping on a train, and he was out cold, so I didn't have an experience other than he has a little bed made up. You know, he had a sheet over him. He had cardboard laid out. So I'm surprised they let him do that. You know, but
We saw the cops quite a few times going up to the homeless people and just make sure they don't fall asleep. So I'm guessing a matter of time till they came up to him again. But probably it seemed like the kind of thing where they do it and then all right, and it probably goes back to sleep till the next cops to find him.
yeah.
Or there's one sleeping homeless guy too. The conductor came and got
Yeah,
checked on. But yeah, I never saw the National Guard. I feel like that was
Neither.
all over with by the time we got there.
What else? Anything else you guys want to talk about?
We did the Sacred Symbols
300.
300th episode. That was good.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Way smaller venue, but I think that was probably intentional and also cool because way better view of it. It was like set up like a movie theater. Maybe it was a movie theater. It wasn't like a concert hall like we've gone to. So that was a little weird and no drinks or food, which is odd. But it was a lot of fun. That's on the way home is when we encountered the footman.
But yeah, I think it's all I have for New York.
Ryan?
With the Nintendo World.
Oh yeah, yep. In New York.
Well, I guess I could talk about too, like, because we almost talked about this before the show. I don't know if it's because of space, theft. It's probably because of space and theft. Trying to go to video game stores and toy stores was kind of sucked because there wasn't much and everything was locked up or overpriced, hard to get to. We had to pick up, so I really only bought a few things, and it was from. We stopped at the Bandai store, which I should have bought stuff from there. It just was the first stop of the day, so I thought I was just gonna find shit all day, but I clearly should have just bought from there. But yeah, most of the stores you go into, they're cramped. There's one person working. It's full of people. And prices aren't the greatest. So that's the extent of that one on that.
I don't know about price wise because I wasn't looking for anything in particular, but the bigger game store we went to I thought was really cool, just appearance wise at least. The one that was right by the pizza place.
But the pizza place.
It had multiple levels.
Hmm.
Is it the Book Off?
Yeah, the book
Yeah.
off.
Yeah, Book Off's awesome. Yeah, that's a Japanese chain.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, so those, I think they're only in California and New York, but they're a Japanese company. That's one I was most excited for, but the prices were just kind of on par with eBay or more.
I gotcha. Yeah, I didn't really look at the prices since I wasn't looking to buy anything. But I just thought it looked really cool and there's a lot to look at. Like that one store, the one that you really liked, it was cool, but yeah, you walked in and it was like a hallway and you're squeezing past people. So I can't really look in this
Yeah.
place.
Yep.
I'm gonna be missing a lot of things. So if you guys want to talk about, we can. On the way home, we were in New Jersey and went to American Dream, which is or America's Dream, which is the second biggest mall in America. There's a Nickelodeon theme park in it, endless good food. We didn't do it, but giant Ferris wheel that overlooks the skyline. Just
Water park.
Yeah, water park. Just a fucking massive place. I've been to
Toys R Us.
Yeah, Toys R Us. No games, sadly, as in video games. The slide, there was multiple levels, but the slide was closed, so sad. And we need to go to Mall of America because I've now been to 2 of the 3 biggest malls in the country.
What's the third one?
I didn't even know it when me and Dave went there. He said how it's a really well-known mall. It's called King of Prussia in Philadelphia, and it's the 3rd biggest mall in America. But I didn't even know that when we went. He just said how popular it was. And on the way home, I was looking at the biggest malls, and All America, American's Dream, and King of Prussia were the 3 biggest. And then one of the coolest things for me on the way home from New Jersey was stopping at Bell Works, which is, if you watch Severance, is the Lumen building. And it was cool on its own, even if you don't watch Severance, but watching Severance, you can see they obviously edited what the building looks like inside, but aside from editing, you could tell immediately that it was a building, so it was really cool. And there's a super weird building inside. They said it was like a office and retail on the higher floors, but you had to have a key card to get to it. And then the lower floors were just open to the public, and just a super weird space. There's a fitness center, VR center, escape rooms, and then in the middle there's a basketball court and a kids play area. It's just really fucking weird building, but super cool to see that. I think, like I said, I know I'm missing stuff, so unless there's anything you guys want to talk about in particular.
No, that's it for me.
No.
Right. You guys been up to anything else aside from New York Madness?
I just went to a couple conventions, toy and gaming conventions. One in Dayton and then one here in Columbus.
How'd
We get
those
to pick
go?
up, so I'll go in there. They're great. I mean, they're
Yeah.
all pretty much essentially the same. Yeah, it's always a fun time.
Who'd you go to Dayton with?
Both. Well, I was supposed to go Dayton. I went with Will, friend Will. My friend Peter was supposed to join us, but he accidentally slept through his alarms. And then the Columbus one, I went with Renee, my wife, and Will was supposed to go to that one, but he
Slept through his alarms.
Oh, and then no, what I forget what. Oh, he works at the time. He was working third shift as well, and he'd been awake for an ungodly amount of time.
Yeah.
So Peter went with me to that one. Yeah, it's always a good time to go buy plastic crack.
Yeah.
Is Pete gonna join us for Korgs or Torg?
I think so. Yeah,
Oh yeah. All right.
he
Cool.
seems to really like these conventions and stuff. So I'd imagine so.
Hell yeah. Nothing else besides the conventions though.
Nope.
Ryan?
I'm just a traveling maniac.
Yeah.
So New York got back Monday, really Tuesday. And then worked Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then Friday afternoon left for Michigan. Spent the weekend up in Michigan. Got back about 2 hours ago. So went up there, see my grandma. She lives up there. It's funny. I was looking at my steps. So last weekend in New York, I think Saturday we did like 37,000 steps or something like that. And then this whole weekend I didn't even break 5,000. So we did pretty much nothing. We just sat around, played cards, and ate food, and had Easter dinner, and visited. So
Nice.
it was good.
You get Portillo's when you're there, right?
Michigan?
Yeah, I told you that I got them in Detroit now.
No, we don't. Detroit's like an hour and a half out of the way.
It,
Not worth it.
you've had Portillo's.
Yeah, but to go to Detroit, it's not worth it.
Well, it's in Sterling Heights, so you don't technically have to go in Detroit. Okay.
It's close enough. You get the Detroit vibes. It's just no go for me.
I remember it being quite fancy, actually. I think Sterling Heights
Oh, really?
Yeah. Or ritzy area. Anything besides your grand travels?
Not really. No.
Okay. Not a whole lot for me this week besides before mentioned trip. We did Easter with my family on Saturday because I worked on Easter. I just went over to my sister's and did stuff with the niece and nephew, the egg hunt, dyeing eggs, all that jazz, you know. You got something, Cody?
No, I want to click on you just because I like this pose you got going on.
Very relaxed.
Yeah, it's been fucking chilling.
Yeah, I decided to change the setup so I wasn't in that chair just sitting straight up and leaning in. I was like, fucking relax back here, you know?
Oh, I understand. You know how I feel about that couch. Love that thing.
Could be reupholstered.
No. Some would say that would ruin the magic.
Oh.
Yeah, this has some of our friends' blood on it, okay?
Yeah, it's
Sure,
stabbed
more
one of
than
our
blood.
friends.
That's from a different friend, though. But we did Easter stuff that day. Went and voted whenever that was, sometime last week. And then I know there's been some rainy days here, but the weather overall has been fucking awesome. So went to the local park and kicked some goals and kicked around the ball, you know, enjoyed the weather. Just trying to throw out my back some more, see if I can get back to where I'm not able to move. So we're well on our way, I think.
Maybe play some tackle football.
No, I'm being sarcastic, and my physical therapist told me I should start trying to move more and do stuff. So I'm doing it, but I just know it ain't like
football.
Not tackle. I did play football a couple weeks ago, and we're planning to play football in a couple more weeks. Thinking about buying a flag football set and getting real official with it.
Get some jerseys too. You know, those little like
Mesh.
slip-on mesh things you can.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or you could do skins and shirts.
I think
Like
if you're
real
doing
men.
mesh, you're already kind of there.
Well, you put the mesh on over a shirt.
Yeah, or your t-shirt.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We forget Casey wasn't in public school. He doesn't know about the gym classic of the.
Yeah.
All right, reds, greens.
I just thought you were making a joke about wearing mesh. I think it'd be way funnier to just wear the mesh.
They have like real like thin fabric, like slip-on like jersey things you wear in gym class, and it was always the worst because you usually line up. They pick the popular kids for team captains, and then I would always get picked last. I'm like, nobody wants me on my team. I'm a fat kid. Like I'm just holding everybody back. Anyways,
did you know any kids that couldn't fit into the mesh?
Oh, really? I didn't see that.
No, I didn't either. But could you imagine that poor soul?
Probably.
They
probably get like a
tied around him or
medical
something.
exemption.
Oh shit!
One of my favorite memories from gym class was
gotta hate gym class.
Both of our gym teachers. So the classes they have two classes together in the gym doing our daily exercises or whatever. And they were both like, I'm a fat guy too, so I fully understand it. But both of them are really fat, and they're sitting in chairs yelling, "Come on, keep going, keep running!" It was a woman and a guy, and they're both very fat. come on, keep going. And at this time, the big thing was Skechers shape-ups. So I remember her wearing Skechers shape-ups while they're both sitting in chairs yelling at us, and they were both for eating. Someone must have had a birthday cake
What?
that day, and they were both eating birthday
Eating
cake.
birthday cake.
And she was wearing Skechers shape-ups, and they were screaming at us. And I just remember as I was doing laps, running around, just staring at them like, "Damn, this is kind of ironic."
Yeah. Good old public school. Anyways, segue.
Well, besides that, nothing else really. Normal physical therapy, working, nothing exciting. That's it for me this week. Anything from the weeks before you guys want to talk about that we missed?
Nah.
Cody last week.
Oh,
Yeah.
nothing
Aw,
for you, Ryan?
thanks, buddy.
No.
All right. Any corrections, questions, or feedback? Nothing from James. Sad.
No. Did James fall off a cliff?
No, he told me he's getting caught up on episodes. So I was like, oh, that
Oh.
explains it.
Okay.
I do have one, Ryan. If you remember last week, the IGN interactive map
Yeah.
story. We were making fun of IGN endlessly, rightfully so. But I went back and looked at the story because I was like, this is too funny. And I had to be fair to IGN. It was the AI's fault. It mixed in.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, they didn't say anything like how the article posted that whatever it was, a ridiculous thing like people love exploring the world and using IGN's interactive map. It was at the end.
Yeah.
It was at the end of the story. It was like not even part of the article. It was where you could click to look at the interactive map, but AI just threw that into part of the article and made it part of their headline.
That's awesome.
That's interesting.
Yeah, you can go back and look at the story if you want. I was like, wait, where is this
Yeah.
at? And I was like, oh, this isn't part of the story.
That's
Um,
funny.
you
I
can
tell you what,
send
that title bombed. Maybe it was the title card, but we only had 5 views on that.
yeah, I don't know
video.
why the interactive. Maybe it's because we butchered something that wasn't real, but it was a great thumbnail, amazing title. That should have been billions of views.
It certainly was no Taylor Swift clickbait.
That's what you think we need more of?
I think we got a more Taylor clickbait.
All right, you got what you asked for this episode, buddy. If you have any question or feedback, send to currentbackloggers@gmail.com. And want to get into that news, Ryan? Sorry, I was late.
It's fine.
Yeah, I still picked up on it.
Starting off with good old Xbox.
Is this really 21 pages?
What? No,
The
it's only
news.
16.
Is it changed since I looked at it last time?
I don't know. What do you mean?
Oh, it says 1 of 21. and then
Bud,
I
would you
go down.
stop? I'm trying to read.
Okay, you better buckle up, honey.
Bud, this is child's play compared to some of the times. It's only 4,900 words.
I think this is less than the last couple, even, wasn't it? Seemed like it.
Probably. Yeah.
We gotta get to
Some of these
IGN's interactive
I'll
map.
condense even more because some were just not. They were really filling in. I think somebody was trying to hit a quota for the end of the month or something for words. So
This is too similar to Will Sasso's podcast, but how funny would it be to have AI read this? Do you
There's
like
probably
AI
just-
stuff, Ryan?
You what?
Do you like AI stuff? Like, is it interesting to you or whatever?
Yeah.
You should go watch Will Sasso, the guy from Mad TV's podcast. I only listen to
Okay.
bits and pieces, but my best friend Andrew's into it. Essentially, it's like AI controlling a podcast. So I think you would like it. It's
Is
hilarious.
it kind of like I think it'd be like the subreddit that's all AI bots.
Probably.
like,
It's hilarious. Yeah.
Yeah.
Check it out. Sorry,
Tech
go
for
ahead.
gamers. Next Halo game development ramps up with multiple new hirings. Maybe they hadn't fired all those people. They went to hire all these people.
I was about to say, wait, what happened here?
The Halo franchise, once a dominant force in gaming, has faced challenges in maintaining relevance in recent years. Despite mixed receptions for recent releases like Master Chief Collection and Halo Infinite, developer 343 Industries is gearing up for the future. Job postings at the studio suggest a focus on the next generation of Halo, indicating a shift in attention from ongoing support for Halo Infinite. The team's expansion and rumored involvement in spin-off projects indicate a commitment to revitalize the franchise. While Halo Infinite initially showed promise, recent reports suggest setbacks, including the cancellation of a potential Battle Royale project. However, the upcoming game is rumored to utilize 343 Industries' Slipspace engine, signaling a commitment to technological advancement. The article emphasizes the importance of Halo's return. No, that's just the AI nonsense. Sometimes AI is really good, and sometimes it just wants to add random stuff.
Oh, just heads up to it's. I'm an idiot. Don't know anything about gaming either, but it's 343.
343. Yeah, that's what I said. 343.
No, I was gonna tell you too, and it's an easy mistake because you don't play Halo. But yeah, it sounds really funny when people play Halo because I was like, wait, that sounded, even though it's literally the same numbers,
Yeah.
it sounds like another language is weird.
343. What do
Yeah,
they call it? Yeah.
I went and reread it because I was like, maybe the AI fucked something up because it sounded so weird to me.
343.
It kind of reminded me you were talking about those audiobooks from Halo. Remember that
Yeah.
that guy you said would do that sometimes?
I didn't know how to say things.
No, it's fair because if you don't play Halo, you could read it like that. But yeah, it sounds like another language when we know it so well. I really hope this is true. Obviously, I know you guys know I love Halo, but Infinite was supposed to be Halo for the next 10 years, and it's clearly not going to be. And I think they've done a great job in the multiplayer and have made it way more relevant and improved it greatly from what it was. But I always cared about the campaign and the story more, and it seems like we're not going to get any more of that in Infinite. So I'm excited that a new game will hopefully do that again. I think if they want a larger crowd, they're going to have to do something other than what I'm okay with as Halo. Not that I can't like something else, but they're going to need to do something more than what Halo's done. That was Infinite's problem. So
Yeah, I'm not excited at all for this. Maybe they were like, hey, there's a new developer working on Halo content. It'll be way more exciting than this. And yeah, and Ryan's right too. It's so funny. Like they just laid off people and now they're hiring new people.
yeah,
But yeah, I'd be way more excited if another developer was dealing with this.
I'd be curious. I'd definitely be curious if somebody else was and who it was. I think that'd be a sign that well, obviously 343 would be, imagine, be gone if that's the case. And I feel like if there's gonna have random people or random teams doing, there's not a Halo team. I wonder what that would mean. I feel like 343 should still do the mainline games, and then they should have other teams do experimental, way different Halo games like the Horror Flood game we talked about, or games we haven't even thought of yet. And then I think 343 seems to have all the skill to do it, but seems to be like all the Microsoft studios where they're very mismanaged.
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like the Bungie lore was just so much better, too, than what 343 has done.
What do you think, Brian?
I'm not a Halo guy, so I didn't even know it was 343. All right. Next article from IGN. Leaked images reveal white Xbox Series X with no disk drive. Leaked images suggest a diskless version of the console, similar to the white Xbox Series S. The images initially revealed by Experter showcase a console with a white coating resembling that of the Series S. The Verge has supported the authenticity of these images, having seen documents detailing the console's specifications. According to Microsoft insider Brad Sams, the chassis of the Xbox Series X remains the same as the black variant, suggesting no upgrades in specs. Reports indicate a release window of June or July for the white console, with a price point lower than the standard black Xbox Series X. These leaks align with previous court documents from September of 23, which hinted a mid-generation refresh for both S and X consoles. Codenamed Elwood and Brooklyn, respectively, these refreshes were expected to be digital-only consoles. However, if the white Series X releases in summer, it implies a deviation from the initially planned timeline. Microsoft Phil Spencer has acknowledged these leaks were outdated, leaving room for speculation about the company's current strategies. Furthermore, rumors suggest Microsoft development of Xbox handheld along with confirmation of the next-gen console. You guys see the picture?
Yeah.
Very odd looking.
Yeah.
Reminds me of like a
Is it circular? Like
yeah,
a cylinder?
yeah. Reminds me of a Apple's desktop that was a trash can looking thing.
Oh yeah.
Which that's why we don't put a lot of leaks in here, but I think this is definitely real because the 10-year plan thing that they're talking about talked about the discless version, like it said, and it was also circular like that. It was just black
Yeah.
was the only difference and a different release date.
Well, I'm looking at this photo. Is it my monitor? But that looks pretty black on my monitor.
Oh no, it's white from what I said it. It was like the PlayStation white on the PS5.
Like an off-white.
Okay. So much. I love that. Unless I'm losing my vision over here. Let me.
No, definitely on the picture it's black.
Oh, is it? Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I know the title says white as well.
But maybe this is the Brooklyn, which is the black one. And the other one is the white one.
Okay.
I'm
not gonna make the joke, but that joke writes itself.
That's they must change the article. This the one you guys are looking at? Is it have like a bunch of writing next to it, like text?
So there's 4 pictures there. One of them, the black one that looks like a trash can, is the Brooklyn.
And the Elwood.
And then if you look through the other images, there's one that Elwood is like it looks exactly like the S but without a disk drive, and it's white and it's got like a black circle.
It reveals white Xbox Series X with no disk drive.
Yeah, I don't think
But
either.
but that's an S, not an X.
Yeah, they must update this article. Let me see if I can
Yeah.
find the picture for you guys. This is not what was showing at all before.
Huh.
And I thought it was square, but you guys said white, so I was just going with that because that did make sense for that.
Oh yeah, I just Googled it and it is completely different.
Yeah.
It looks
Really?
just like a Series X, just white. Yeah. What is that first photo? What is that? It's just so it looks like this is just popping up on IGN as this photo is.
Well, that first one, like where all the text is, right? In the circle. That is from Xbox officially. That's from their court documents that they had to put out of their 10-year plan. So it is real, but that's must have been what changed was the design of it and the timeline too. This white one.
Oh yeah, because here it is.
Yeah.
Xbox generated for leaked FTZ. Okay, well.
I don't know why you updated the article and not have them. That's why we were all on different pages there because that's not what it looked like when I put it in here.
Interesting.
But I think this also shows we talked about if consoles would continue or not, and I said you probably are right, Cody, that they're not going anywhere at least in the meantime. But I feel like even if consoles stick around for a good while, they're just all going to be digital, which kind of defeats the purpose of a console. I feel like Sony's kind of doing that by doing the external disk drive you have to connect to it, and now Xbox putting their main line as a digital only.
Wanted to talk about something since we're talking about this. I'm just trying to make sure you don't have it in the news here. Do you have any thing in here about Steam coming to Xbox?
Oh no, I forgot about that one actually.
Yeah, so there's a rumor that Steam might be coming to Xbox. If that's true, I heard other podcasts talking about possibly Steam making its own, just having a what is it called? They're allowing other companies to make maybe Asus could make an Xbox or Steam could have their Xbox. I don't know.
And really, a diskless console is just a computer that is locked into a brand.
And I mean, even in the beginning of Xbox, that was the plan, right? That's kind of what Bill Gates said, was this is a PC console.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Even the original Xbox, if you take it apart, people talk about how it's essentially just a PC.
just PC parts underneath.
Yeah.
Yeah. So next article here, we got Windows Central. Xbox has reached an agreement with Crash Bandicoot, Spyro Dev, Toys for Bob for their new game. Microsoft acquisition of Activision Blizzard has reshaped gaming landscape, giving them control over major franchises like Call of Duty, Candy Crush Saga, World of Warcraft, along with numerous other studios and classic games. Among the acquired studios is Toys for Bob, known for their work on Skylanders and Crash Bandicoot titles. Over time, Toys for Bob's involvement in Call of Duty projects under Activision direction led to a divergence from their original culture. Following their spin out as an independent studio, they expressed openness to future collabs with Activision and Xbox. Recent developments indicate that Toys for Bob has reached an agreement with Xbox for their first game as an independent studio. While details remain scarce, Xbox Matt Booty hinted that the game would align with Toys for Bob's past projects. Speculation suggests it could be related to Spyro the Dragon or Crash Bandicoot, both beloved franchises associated with the studio. The agreement is seen as a positive move for Toys for Bob, allowing them to retain their team and culture while pursuing their own creative endeavors. There's anticipation that the game may debut on Xbox Game Pass upon release, further amplifying its reach.
I thought this was really cool to see because we talked about the studio a couple times and how talented they were and how
Yeah.
it seems like something might just go away with Xbox or be a permanent Call of Duty team, or Call of Duty help team, not even a team that creates Call of Duty. So I thought this was really cool to see that it's still gonna live on. Seems even more weird the Activision purchase with the decisions Microsoft making, because I assume that means Toys for Bob owns the rights for Crash Bandicoot and Spyro and Skylanders, and if they're still making them, unless Xbox is licensing it out to them. But just
No,
seems,
yeah, I think that's how it works.
Yeah.
oh, is it?
License.
Yeah. I might have cut that part out, but they. Microsoft retains ownership of Skylanders, Crash Bandicoot, and Spyro, and other
Okay, I missed
properties.
that. Yeah. Okay, well that makes more sense because as I say, that's for as far as Xbox as a brand, I feel like that's more important than Toys for Bob as a studio. But seems
Isn't it weird though? They just like announced that they're leaving Activision in February, and then the following month they reported the studio has forged a partnership with Microsoft to publish its first independent game.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It seems weird that you wouldn't just have them be your team if you're gonna license out the brands that you owned with them and they're known for making. So I don't know.
It's-
It's all goofy.
Maybe they're mad about because it's this year 89 people were laid off from Microsoft that worked for Toys for Bob.
Hmm.
And their studios' offices in Novato were closed down. The remaining staffers transitioned to work from home. February 2024, the studio announced a plan to spin off from Activision. So it's just weird.
Yeah. I know there's been rumors. I didn't want to put a whole another article in here, but the article said how it could be Crash Bandicoot or Spyro. There's been multiple rumors that Spyro 4 will be their next game. That'd be exciting to see that.
Yeah.
I didn't realize how long they've been around. They've been around since 1990
Yeah.
or 89. Sorry.
There you
What
go.
is their lame studio name?
And there's your Taylor Swift reference, Ryan. He said 89, so we'll find some thumbnails for you.
All right. On to layoffs. IGN.com reports GameStop cuts jobs amid, quote, unsustainable sales decline. GameStop, in case you haven't heard of them, they're a prominent U.S. video game retailer. They've announced job cuts amidst a concerning sales decline, with fourth quarter sales dropping from 2.2 billion to 1.7 billion in sales compared to the previous year. While net income improved for the fiscal year, the significant decrease in sales has raised alarms among analysts. Wedbush Securities analyst Michael Patcher highlighted the impact of digital downloads on physical retail emphasizing the challenge of attracting customers to stores when they can easily download games online. He also expressed skepticism about the possibility of revenue rebounding without a strategy to drive more store traffic, suggesting that sales could decline to unsustainable levels. GameStop, under CEO Ryan Cohen, has not issued comments about the situation or held an conference call. However, Reuters reported that the retailer has implemented job cuts to reduce costs. As of February 3rd, GameStop had approximately 8,000 full-time staffers and between 13 and 18,000 part-time staff, down from 11,000 full-time and 14 to 27,000 in 2023. The job cuts led to a 21.2% reduction in expenses. Additionally, GameStop closed its NFT marketplace in February, citing uncertainty surrounding NFTs and cryptocurrencies. Who would see that one coming? The move followed the closure of its crypto wallet in August of 23. GameStop's foray in the crypto space began in January of 2022 with an establishment of an NFT division. However, the company announced plans to reduce its focus on the industry in December of 2022, less than a year after entering. Former CFO Diana, I don't know that one, who played a key role in GameStop NFTs, digital wallet, and crypto initiative, resigned in August of 22. These developments reflect GameStop's ongoing efforts to adapt to challenges in the gaming industry and explore new business ventures. So pretty much they're a dying whale.
Yeah, I don't know why they think instead of like looking at the mom and pop shops or small chain like vintage or retro video game stores, seeing their success and how they've taken off in toy shops and stuff, and say to yourself, and then see like where digital games are killing them and nobody's buying physical games anymore, and you say to yourself, oh yeah, let's fucking NFTs, let's get into those. Let's get into that. That's what we should be focused on. Instead of seeing like, okay, all these mom and pop card shops, video game stores, and trying to adapt to that. Try to take their model and use their model. Because those shops seem to be doing just fine. Like people like look at me. I am the whale of physical media. So I mean, there's a market out there for it. It just won't be modern games. It won't be your old way of doing it. And it definitely will be NFTs or whatever they're currently doing.
What do you guys think? I feel like I know your answer. I might disagree. We'll see. What do you think lasts longer, GameStop or Best Buy?
GameStop.
Oh, well, I agree with Cody. I guess disagree with Ryan. Yeah, I feel like GameStop seems like the easier one because they struggle so much and it just seems like a downhill trend. But I feel like the overhead's so much less. With their shops are what, like 1% of what Best Buys are as far as space and everything you need to fill. And Best Buy, I feel like there's only so many people that are going to come in for your big tech things over and over. GameStop, I feel like, can stick around these small little stores over and over. Not that either of them are going to stick around forever, though.
Yeah, I think I would do it. I'm not even saying this. I think I could easily shape GameStop into a much better future than whatever the fucking NFTs and like why would you even stop and think about this? That is crazy. And then they like freaked out over, like the whole like GameStop like meme stock and stuff, and they thought that was their future, is the only thing I can assume. But that was because your company was doing so bad that but no, speaking of Best Buy, dude, that place is a ghost town, man. We were at the mall there in New Jersey, and I went in their Best Buy, and it was a smaller Best Buy as well, and there was nobody in there. Shelves look really understocked. My boss said he recently went to a Best Buy too, and it was like they had transitioned to selling like not used stuff, but like returns almost. And he said it was mostly just washers and dryers. I didn't quite understand it. What is the stores called when they're selling like their returns? I forget what that's called, but I don't know. I don't know what Best Buy's doing. The place is a ghost town. The shelves look really understocked every time I'm in there. Like Casey said, it's a bigger store to run, so more people.
They didn't do as bad as GameStop. I looked up their financials. They're only down.
God.
They're only down like 0.8% from
Oh,
last year. So, Cody, you're gonna get us banned. Can't be showing off your pussycat like that.
oh.
Yeah, we'll see. I feel like Best Buy, their downward spiral might be a lot faster than GameStop's, though. Especially now
Yeah.
that they have no physical media in there to drive like everyday people there.
Yeah, I mean, it's all about if they can pivot to electronics and appliances, and I guess I was reading a little article there, and I guess they're pivoting to more services, and I guess they redid their some program or something, and it's supposedly working for them. They're expecting a large increase in the 24 fiscal year.
Nice.
NFTs.
Yep, NFTs. They pulled a Best Buy
It's
game. They
crypto,
bought-
bro.
exactly. Best Buy coin. So, all right. Next article is IGN again. Certain Affinity Halo Infinite co-developer says it's struggling to find new work. Then we
I
just read an
hear.
article about another studio's hiring and they're struggling. I don't get it, but Certain Affinity, known for its co-development on works on titles like Halo and Call of Duty, has announced a round of layoffs affecting, hold your breath, 25 U.S.-based staff members. This marks the first time the studio has laid off team members since the establishment in 2006. They must have been some real dead weight if 25 of them had to go. I mean, I don't know how big the studio is, but doesn't seem like very many.
Pretty cool and
CE
impressive, though, that they didn't do it the entire existence until now.
That is pretty impressive. CEO Max Hoberman attributed the layoffs to industry-wide challenges, including a slowdown, difficulty in securing new work, and funding has impacted its current staffing levels. The layoffs primarily affect the teams responsible for the studio's business operations. Despite challenging circumstances, Certain Affinity is committed to supporting those affected. Blah blah blah. Corporate. Blah blah blah. They have been a contributor to games including Halo, Call of Duty, Prey, Gotham Knights, Doom. With their work in Call of Duty Black Ops involving creating multiplayer maps and features, while their contributions to the Halo floor include Forge mode and multiplayer game modes. So, yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, with this one, you're making fun of the Xbox thing. They, as far as I know, they were never employed by Microsoft.
Yeah.
They're just
Contracted.
yeah. So that part makes sense as far as the nonsense going on there. But I don't know much about what they do besides what they do with Halo, and I think that's definitely what they're best known for. Max Hoberman is an OG Bungie guy, and he started the studio after he left Bungie to help with Halo, and I think they've created some of the best Halo multiplayer maps. And the Forge mode is crucial to Halo, especially MCC and Infinite. It's helped create some of the coolest content in it, so they seem to be a very creative studio, so hopefully something good happens.
Yeah. Maybe hire them to help with the next Halo. So they're hiring more people when we hire this company.
Yeah, that'd be
Yeah.
nice.
Although it sounded like most of the people they were laying off were admin and not really the creative side.
Cool.
So. One more article here from IGN. Nintendo confirms testing layoffs amid first-party lull and reports of Switch 2 delay.
How do you test that?
What?
So how do you test that?
I don't know. That's an odd title. Nintendo's of America's testing department is undergoing significant changes. The restructuring involves both the conclusion of some contractor assignments and the creation of numerous new full-time positions within the department. Nintendo stated they're providing severance packages and assisting contractors. The restructuring reportedly comes amid a lull in the testing department, with no major first-party games on the horizon and no hands-on testing of the rumored Switch successor. While the exact number of affected contractors is undisclosed, the reports suggest that it's over 100 could potentially be impacted, with those transitioning to full-time roles being reassigned from software testing positions.
So it was testers, not.
Yeah.
What is it? Hey, you guys only work half this week. We're gonna practice. We're gonna see how it is. We just fire you.
Yeah. Yeah, that I don't know why they said confirms testing layoffs. That's
Firms like testing. Well, it's also you look testing's capitalized, so.
well, it's a title, so
Oh,
everything's
yeah.
capitalized.
Oh, true. Yeah. Testing department. Yeah, I don't know, buddy. That is a weird one. Because it's not the AI either. I clicked on
Yeah.
the article.
Yeah, no, I copied the title from the articles. That doesn't get AI'd.
Yeah, this one doesn't seem nearly as big as layoff as some of the ones we've done. What I put in here is because I feel like Nintendo's one or anything about like this, even though it didn't seem major, and seems like most companies do this pretty regularly with testers. Seem to stand out with Nintendo.
And it's odd they I don't know the laws and everything, but it doesn't seem like you call it a layoff if it's a contractor. They aren't even Nintendo employees. So
yeah,
maybe it's just because they cut their contract short. I don't know. Moving on to agnostic news. GameSpot reports Sony loses a major name to EA. Why are you highlighting stuff, Cody?
I'm not even on there.
Oh, is that Casey?
Oh no, that was me. That was me.
Okay.
But I was to Google something.
Well, Casey keeps laughing like you're changing articles or something.
I swear. No, that would have been funny though.
Because he did that a couple weeks ago.
I would never.
Yeah, he like copy and pasted the same sentence 3 times in a row. I'm like,
that would have been great. That's a great prank though.
Because it is April Fool's, so I'm waiting for something here.
I totally forgot it was April Fool's till he did his little intro.
What? Wacky April Fools.
Longtime PlayStation boss Coney Booth has left Sony in 23, and no reason was ever provided for her departure. Now she's landed at EA in the role of group manager, action RPG. In that position, Booth oversees EA Motive, Cliffhanger, and BioWare studios that are responsible for upcoming titles like Man, Black Panther, and the next Dragon Age and Mass Effect titles. EA boss Laura L. Meal told IGN that Booth is, quote, known for having created an incredible developer-first culture and supporting vision while driving innovation. In her 30-plus years at Sony, Booth helped to build PlayStation's internal studios and guided the development of titles like Spider-Man 1 and 2, The Last of Us, Ghost of Tsushima, Uncharted, and Ratchet and Clank, among others. Meal added she has an impeccable reputation within the development community and will undoubtedly have a positive impact on our games. Booth's arrival at EA comes not long after the company cuts 5% of its workforce, or about 670 positions, in what was the latest mass layoff at the video game company this year. The creator of Twisted Metal and co-creator of God of War, David Scott Jeff, was the first to report on Booth's exit from PlayStation in 23, citing sources within PlayStation. Jaff reported that Booth was fired, quote, she was fired, she was not let go, she didn't retire, she didn't quit, she was fired. He added that apparently she had no notice or advance warning, quote, it just happened, he said. He went on to say that outgoing PlayStation boss Jim Ryan gave a mandate for PlayStation's teams to make more games-as-service titles, which in turn reportedly upsetted a number of PlayStation developers. All of this was somehow blamed on Connie.
Dude, you're making me laugh now.
What's happening?
Oh man. I really don't know. I've been here Googling stuff. This woman now. Oh man. I guess she's been there since she's in Sony in 1989. It's crazy to think this was before even PlayStation. She was mostly working with the films, but I was looking at the stuff she was working at: Crash Bandicoot, Ratchet and Clank, Infamous, and Marvel Spider-Man. I don't know. I mean, I guess it could help with the RPGs, but I'm kind of excited that she'll kind of take over the head of BioWare, or she'll be dealing with BioWare, because I think they need some help in the RPG department for sure.
Yeah.
You
right there, bud?
Yeah. I kept seeing Cody smile, but there's just a couple things that were funny. You said Connie by the end, but you said Coney at the beginning, and I just pictured that was funny. And this one, I don't blame you because I don't think I would have known his.
2012.
I don't think I would have known his name unless I listened to podcasts. But it's Jaffe, so knowing his name's just funny hearing that.
Jaffe.
And he's known for
I
being
swear,
like
these names, they get crazier every time. I need like a proofreader to spell out how you're supposed to say them.
Oh shit. But no, I'm with Cody on all that, especially BioWare. I don't really care about Dragon Age, but Mass Effect is one of my favorite gaming series of all time. And the next Mass Effect was announced forever ago and appears to be absolutely nowhere. So hopefully something happened there with her being there. I know listening to Sacred Symbols, David Jaffe's talked about how she's one of the most important people in the games industry, and it said Sony lost her, but he said that, like I said in here, that
she was fired.
Yeah, and he said that was handled very poorly. So yeah, hopefully turns into something positive here. Cody's smiling. What am I supposed to do? Can't help myself.
You're making me laugh. It's like when you're in class and the teacher's like, "Be quiet."
Be quiet. What's even worse is I can't see you guys. I don't know what's happening.
That's
because I
good.
only have one screen here.
I was wiping tears away. I was wondering how you weren't doing anything. I was trying to hide
it was one of those moments, Ryan. You ever been laughing in class and teacher's like, "Be quiet," and it makes it 100 times funnier.
Yeah.
And then you glance at your friend and he's
then
holding it in.
Laughing again.
Yeah.
This next article is ridiculous. Kotaku, Cheech and Chong are coming to Call of Duty because everything must be consumed.
Do you think this would be the April Fool's prank, but this is real?
Jack Meffer, the comedy. Is that how you say his name? Or I say it again wrong.
Right, I'll leave you alone, buddy. Oh man, I'm sorry.
The comedy pair, famous for their albums and movies from the 70s and 80s, will be added to the Call of Duty as part of the upcoming Season 3. An iconic stoner duo, Tommy Chong and Cheech Marin.
I didn't know this.
What? Are you guys both stoned right now? Is that what's going on?
Just how ridiculous this is, and try not to laugh. And I just watched a video today. They're making fun of just Nicki Minaj and Call of Duty, and it's just so stupid anymore.
Of course, they don't seem like the kind of guys who would grab M4s and shoot people. The two created films and comedy routines focused on hippies, free love, drugs, and counterculture ideas. But the Activision machine demands more, and so on they go, with the publisher confirming in a new blog post that the duo are heading to Call of Duty Warzone, Warzone Mobile, and Modern Warfare 3 next month. While we don't officially know when the duo will be playable on Call of Duty, other weed-inspired cosmetics and a blaze it up event to point towards Cheech and Chong arriving on around April 20th, aka 420. Activision, a very large and not at all hippie-like corporation, describes the two in the new cosmetic pack in a lengthy blog post. Quote, forged in a counterculture revolution, yet armed and with drive and creative power. Tommy Chong and Cheech, I don't know how you say his last name, Marin, turned cultural fiction into comedic success. Facing systemic barriers with humor and cannabis, the duo exploited adversity to bring in underground voices into the mainstream. Chong's ingenuity and Marin's heritage primed them for fame, while their comedic chemistry made them icons. Their albums and films exposed injustice with subversive joy, pioneering stoner comedy. and becoming symbols of irreverent truth. Okay, next article.
Yeah,
Go ahead, Cody.
I was just gonna say, Call it. This is wild. The stuff they've added to this game. Thinking about the origin of Call of Duty, and
Uh-huh.
it's crazy. I feel like Call of Duty's heading towards their grave. I don't know. This Fortnite-ification of Call of Duty is weird.
I totally agree. I feel like the next Call of Duty is probably gonna be one of the best-selling games, though. It just seems to have unstoppable. And as dumb as this is, I feel like this is marketing genius. I mean, think about how many fucking potheads play Call of Duty. They're gonna be all over this shit.
Even back in the
Yeah.
days of like playing COD 4 and people's names were like Sniper 420XX.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Yeah, so I think this is as dumb as it is, it's a genius business move.
Speaking of genius business moves,
Oof.
next article, COD Warzone mobile already massive with 1.4 million revenue in 4 days. Call of Duty Warzone Mobile has quickly emerged as a hit, following the successor of its predecessor on consoles and PCs. Since its launch, the mobile version has reportedly generated millions in revenue for Activision, demonstrating the publisher's strong foothold in the mobile gaming market. The title, released on March 21st, garnered 1.4 million in its first 4 days, with an additional day in certain regions bringing total revenue around 1.6 million. The majority of this revenue comes from the US market, highlighting its significant contribution to the game's success. Although the Warzone's mobile revenue falls behind its predecessor, Call of Duty Mobile, which earned $4.2 million in its first 4 days, both Jesus Christ, games complement each other rather than compete. The synergy adds to the Activision mobile gaming platform portfolio, reinforcing its position as a dominant player in the industry. Given the success of these mobile games, it is expected Activision will continue to support these games for years to come, providing players with unique experiences within the franchise on mobile devices. Over 40% of Blizzard's revenue is coming from mobile devices in 1 quarter last year. That's insane. How do people buy this garbage? I don't get.
Yeah, over 40% of revenue for Activision Blizzard Mobile is insane. We have things like actual real Call of Duty and World of Warcraft and Diablo. That is fucking nuts. Cody, is this Warzone Mobile new? I thought this was always a thing. Was it just Call of Duty Mobile and the Warzone part is new?
No, it's the war. There was a version. Remember how Call of Duty had that pre-Warzone game, one of the Black Ops?
Oh yeah.
The mobile version had that. So I don't know if that's what they're
Wow.
talking about. That now they officially have Warzone. I know Derek had talked about too that Warzone Mobile or Call of Duty Mobile was supposed to be closely more related to the actual Call of Duty, but I checked out once I found out like Tencent was pretty involved in it.
What's that?
And, it's just a Chinese company, data collection, you know.
Oh, got you.
Good old Chinese government. I don't know how involved they are with it now, but I know people play it.
Oh yeah.
I see.
A lot of money in
crazy.
4 days for a mobile game.
My nephews play it. And I mean, honestly, for a mobile game too, back when I was playing it in like 2019, 2020, whenever that was, it actually worked really well.
Guys
Surprised.
saying that. I gotta try it for a minute. I can tell you what I even thought of it.
Ready for next one?
Oh, I'm ready.
Oh yeah.
All right. Bungie from IGN. Bungie replaces marathon director amid leadership shakeup. Fears of layoffs. Bungie, the studio behind Destiny, is
Wait,
reportedly
did you skip
undergoing.
one, buddy?
Did
I was gonna tell you after you're done.
I?
Sorry.
Oh yeah. First we'll go to Take-Two buys Gearbox from Embracer, confirms development on new Borderlands games. Embracer Group has announced the divestment of Gearbox Entertainment, selling the division to Take-Two Interactive for $460 million. The sales include Gearbox Software, Gearbox Montreal, Gearbox Studio Quebec, and several franchises like Borderlands. Tiny Tina's Wonderlands, Homeworld, and Duke Nukem. Embracer Group will retain certain assets, including Gearbox Publishing San Francisco, Cryptic Studios, Lost Boys Interactive, and Captured Dimensions, which will be integrated into other parts of the company. The sale, expected to close by end of June, will see Gearbox joining Take-Two's division, or Take-Two 2K's division, with CEO Randy Pitchford remaining in his position. Randy's such a funny CEO name.
Yeah, the way you said it was
Rand.
even better.
Randy.
Randy.
Gearbox
Randy
currently has new Borderlands and Homeworld games in development, along with an undisclosed new intellectual property. Notably, the $460 million purchase price will be paid to Embracer Group and Take-Two shares rather than cash, solidifying the long-standing relationship between Gearbox and Take-Two. Embracer Group's decision to divest Gearbox follows a pattern of shedding studios after a failed acquisition spree last year, including the recent divestment of Saber Interactive and cuts like closure of Volition and the cancellation of an unannounced Deus Ex game. The company has also undergone layoffs affecting over 900 staff, which further cuts anticipated in the future. Man, I really need a new Deus Ex game.
Oh, you're a fan, eh?
Bad. Yeah, I like that series.
I always wanted to get into them.
Yes, it seemed
Very
cool, but
good.
never really. I think I played one of them, didn't stick with it.
I liked them.
This isn't surprising. I think we talked about it a couple times about how they'd probably leave Embracer. I think Take-Two makes perfect sense for it since they are published Gearbox games normally.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect fit. People are sick of Borderlands, but I love me some Borderlands, so I would hate to see it go away. I wonder what this means for the Borderlands movie. No.
I think we have an update coming up here soon.
Oh, yeah, for the movie. I don't know if that'll talk about that part though.
I don't think it did.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not gonna act like I know. I'm just curious if Take-Two gets some of that money or how that works up there. Because Gearbox I know is heavily involved in the movie, but
Yeah.
what that means as far as portions of it and everything.
Yeah, I think this is just another sign that Embracer's not doing so hot. I mean, that's pretty obvious, but the death crawl, because I feel like selling Gearbox was like a in case of emergency
Yeah.
kind of thing. So it looks like they needed cash and they hit that emergency button.
They didn't need cash apparently because they got shares.
I guess so.
It's also weird that they specify, unless this is AI, but I don't think so. They specify the different franchises like Borderlands and Tiny Tina's Wonderland. That's a spinoff of Borderlands. I don't know it's like its own franchise.
I don't know.
Maybe they'll sell these shares or something. Cause
Yeah.
Probably. But they have such a close relationship. IGN.com. Bungie replaces Marathon director amid leadership shakeup. Fear of layoffs coming. Bungie, studio behind Destiny, is reportedly undergoing significant changes in its creative leadership for its upcoming service game, Marathon. Longtime Bungie designer Christopher Barrett has been removed from the game director role, with former Valorant game director Hugh Janus. Okay, who put that in there? Huh? Is that what you guys were laughing at this whole time?
No, I didn't even know he did that, to be honest with you.
I was laughing earlier because I snuck it in with Call of Duty too, and you Cheech and Chong, and you mispronounced it, so it didn't work. Even funnier. It was Cheech and Chong are coming to Call of Duty because everything must be consumed. Jack Me Hoffer, the comedy pair, famous for their albums and movies. You just said Jack, but you Janus was that was a good one.
Hugh Janus stepping into who actually is stepping in?
I have no idea.
Won't know. Sources suggest that Bungie is reallocating resources to prioritize development of Marathon, with the video games. Can we take Cody off of editing?
I just did it for April Fools, I swear. But yeah, you can take me
Legend
off of it.
story.
I won't.
No, you're fine.
We'll have to talk to Jack Mihoffer, see what he thinks of it.
Sources suggest that Bungie is reallocating resources to prioritizing the development of Marathon, with the game's direction shifting under Ziegler's leadership. Notably, there's a move away from the custom players' characters towards a selectable cast of heroes. Meanwhile, there are concerns within Bungie about potential layoffs following the release of the upcoming Destiny 2 expansion, The Final Shape. It is speculated that if the expansion doesn't platform well enough to cover financial gaps, further cost-cutting measures, including layoffs, may occur. Bungie has faced challenges in recent years, including layoffs in 2022, with struggles to meet financial targets. The studio was acquired by Sony in 2022 with promises of independence, but Destiny's 2 underperformance last year and internal financial difficulties have strained morale. The studio has seen significant shakeups, and there's an expectation of more leadership departures in the summer of 2026 when final payouts from Sony's acquisition take effect. Despite these challenges, Bungie remains committed to its projects with a focus of ensuring the success of the Final Shape and the timely delivery of Marathon. Neither Bungie or Sony has responded.
Marathon gonna be good or is it gonna suck?
That's going to suck.
What do you think, Cody?
I don't know. I want it to be good because way we've talked about it and stuff and the history of it, but it's not looking good.
Yeah, I really want it to be good, but I'm having worries, and I guess an extra worry is even if it's good, it might not be what I want. Adding lead dude from Valorant makes it sound like it's gonna be real competitive and serious, and Marathon is like Halo or Destiny, where it's serious but kind of goofy.
Yeah.
So, and like hardcore, like the competitive style, that's not me. And Marathon already, the new one is multiplayer only. There's no campaign. That's what I care about more, anyways. I don't know. I hope it's good, especially because I think Bungie's going to need a big game.
Yeah, and a flop is not going to be good for them, that's for sure.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, what's next?
IGN. What else you guys changing here?
I just saw you
Nah.
change something.
You what?
He's
I
getting
just saw you
himself
change
now.
something.
He's like, Ryan's really hot. Who put that in here?
Max Payne 1 and 2 remake has same development budget as Alan Wake 2. Remedy Entertainment has shed light on its eagerly anticipated Max Payne 1 and 2 remake, revealing that it shares a similar development budget to the recently launched Alan Wake 2. Under a new publishing agreement, Remedy is collaborating with Rockstar to remake the first two Max Payne games for PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox consoles. Remedy is spearheading the development, while Rockstar is fully funding the project. The remakes are being crafted on Remedy's Northlight game engine, the same engine used for Control and Alan Wake 2. The original Max Payne games also emerged from a partnership between Remedy and Rockstar, with Remedy leading development and Rockstar overseeing publishing. Subsequently, Rockstar developed Max Payne 3. While specific development budgets for Max Payne 1 and 2 remake and Alan Wake 2 remain undisclosed, Finnish analysts estimated that Alan Wake's 2 total budget was around 70 million euros and 20 million euros allocated to marketing. Discussing financial results, Remedy's CEO Teo Virtala noted that Alan Wake 2 had
Ellen?
already what is your problem tonight?
Easy loser over there, dude.
What the I
Oh,
swear he did
goofy.
like pot brownie or something today. He's
I was with Jack
slap
Mahal.
happy.
Jack Mihoffer.
Regarding Max Payne 1 and 2 remake, Virtala highlighted significant progress throughout development, emphasizing its potential as a major new game with development budget akin to Alan Wake 2. Looking ahead, Remedy outlined plans for Control 2, Condor, a spin-off of Control, and the aforementioned remakes, all advancing the next stages of development for the first half of this year. Yeah, I don't even know what I read there. I was so distracted.
Well, you're a Rockstar guy. Did you ever play the Max Payne games? I mean, it's
I
Remedy,
did
but
not.
no.
No.
Cody, did you know these were a thing? Is this just announced? I didn't even know this was happening.
No, I was reading this. I got excited though because I didn't really play the Max Payne games, and then when I tried to go back to them, tried to play Max Payne 1 on PS2, and it's archaic, but I want to know the story. I remember them being like really almost like a weird action psychedelic craziness, so right up Remedy's alley, or all the other games as well. You know what I'm saying? And these games feel very overdue for a remake, so I'm excited. I'll pick them up.
If you want to get caught up, the games are kind of dated, but you could watch the movie. It tells the same story with Mark Wahlberg.
I haven't seen it since it was theaters, but I remember liking it. So
I did too, but yeah, it got destroyed as they all do. And that one was kind of a loose telling of the game from what I remember. But I was excited about this too because I would say I played the games when I was younger because I was super excited. Like I said, I used to. It's weird because I hate Rockstar games now, but I used to really like them. And I didn't even know this was Remedy at the time. It's just because it was Rockstar. I thought it was a Rockstar game. And I was super excited for it. I remember playing them endlessly, but I feel like it was like a lot of those games at the time. I don't think I actually made much progress, and I don't think I knew what I was doing or what was going on. So I'd be excited to actually play them now, even though I'm not a Rockstar guy. I see these are Remedy's games, and yeah, I love their style of games. And they had the, I'm sure it wasn't the first game, but one of the first games that had or the most well-known game at least, that had the bullet slowdown, like Matrix style. That was one of its big mechanics. But yeah, I was excited. I'm assuming it's a package of one and two. It sounds like they don't really specify, but I feel like that would make sense, and that would make sense that it'd be that expensive because that seems fucking nuts. It's gonna be as much as Alan Wake 2. And I also thought this was interesting because if you remember a few weeks ago, we talked about that lawsuit that Rockstar filed against Remedy for the logo.
Yeah.
So seems funny that they're working together now.
yeah,
That's weird. I forgot about that.
Yeah, I did too until I read that article. I was like, wait, is everything good now? You guys not suing each other anymore?
I don't think you put this in the right area, bud, but we'll talk about it in this area.
Okay.
This should have been technology.
No,
But IGN reporting on the first human patient to receive a Neuralink brain implant. He used it to stay up all night and play Civilization 6. First human recipient of a Neuralink brain implant provided new insights into his recovery and experience with the experimental assistive technology. Dixie Norm. I thought you said you were done. Which one was it?
It's April Fool's. You gotta.
I'm about to leave your ass. You're making fun of a quadriplegic.
That was the following up. I just scanned looking for names and put it on there, and then as I'm reading it, seeing how it plays out in the sentence later, before I ran out of time, I realized it was a complete quadriplegic. So that's
You
awesome.
changed the quadriplegic's name to Dixie Normus.
That's awesome.
So,
I'm sorry. Should have been
anyways,
tech, Ryan. I'm sorry.
he shared his journey on living with the Neuralink brain-computer interface, revealing how it has granted him a greater freedom and autonomy, allowing him to pull an all-nighter to play Sid Meier's Civilization 6. Following the surgery in which the Neuralink was installed, Elon Musk, co-founder of Neuralink, announced on X/Twitter that the patient, later revealed to be, well, I don't know how you say that name. We'll just stick with Dixie, was recovering well and showed
Mike Huntington,
promising
in case
results.
anyone's wondering.
You what?
What?
I didn't hear what you said.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. His subsequent updates highlighted his progress, including the use of an implant to manipulate a computer cursor with his thoughts alone. That's crazy. During a 9-minute live stream, he demonstrated how he could control an on-screen cursor to play digital chess and pause music, showcasing the practical applications of the Neuralink BCI in his daily life. This is a very long article, but it just talks about that. Him playing games. Long live Musk.
I think this is what the Neuralink was meant for, though, right?
Think so?
I think the Neuralink is like space to me. It's one like endlessly interesting, but also fucking terrifying.
Yeah.
Same.
It's like if you can control stuff with just thoughts, like what's preventing people from like downloading their brain? We're getting
Yeah.
to that level. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a weird one.
All right, moving on to streaming. IGN reports Red vs. Blue release date and trailer revealed amid Rooster Teeth's demise. The announcement of the 19th and final season of Red vs. Blue being a full-length film has stirred anticipation from fans, as Rooster Teeth Productions has unveiled an official trailer along with a release date set for May 7th. The trailer begins with a message from the film directors Matt Holman and Red vs. Blue co-creator Rooster Teeth Productions co-founder Bernie Burns, setting the stage. Is that really his name, or is that another troll?
No, I'm done.
That's
Mike
his name.
Hunt was the last one I did.
Okay.
You skipped over it too. I didn't appreciate that.
Say, I didn't even hear that one. I didn't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I
he skipped
skipped
right over
that
one. But I'm done. I promise.
Despite Burns' departure from the Rooster Teeth in 2020, his return for the final season, titled Restoration, was confirmed during Rooster Teeth's hosted convention RTX in 2023, where he served as the writer for the concluding chapter.
You have to go pee though.
You what?
You can't see it. He just left to pee.
The trailer begins with a message from. I already said that. You guys are really messing me up tonight.
You guys.
In the trailer, viewers catch glimpses of plot for Red vs. Blue Restoration. Well, you're encouraging by laughing. So you know
I
that.
can't help it.
And just letting you know. The narrative arc echoes the series' origins, which revolved around the humorous rivalry between red and blue teams within the Halo universe. Rooster Teeth Productions' decision to cancel Red vs. Blue with a feature-length film follows the unfortunate announcement that the company would cease operations after 21 years, prompted by the parent company Warner Bros. Discovery's inability to find a buyer. Red vs. Blue holds a significant place in Rooster Teeth's history, emerging as one of its most iconic projects. Originating as a web series set in the Halo universe, Red vs. Blue garnered widespread acclaim and popularity, leading to its distribution on various platforms. The series is credited with popularizing machinima and web video series, leaving lasting legacy on Rooster Teeth Productions and the wider online entertainment landscape. I know you're sad that they're going away.
I am very sad. I am excited, though. I talked last week, whenever this news, well, not last episode, maybe 2 episodes ago, about how I don't know if the last season was already being made or finished, or if they had time to recognize it as the last season. I hope they did, because I feel like they could finish it the way they want and do things appropriately. And the trailer was definitely self-aware that it was the end. So, yeah, obviously we're able to make it with that in mind, or at least edit it. I think that's cool. Not just that they were making the next season not knowing it was the last one. I think that would have been a lot worse.
Yeah.
I'm confused. I saw the movie and the full-length thing multiple times, but I never saw them say it was a movie. They keep saying next season, or the last season.
I know.
I don't know where that's coming from.
It is odd.
Unless they're just going to release the season all at once instead of made episodes, but still, that doesn't make it a full-length movie. Releasing all at once.
It just says the decision to conclude Red vs. Blue with a feature-length film.
Yeah.
So it's not a film. It's just a regular season.
What it sounds like from everything they said. We'll come back to that next week. I think you also own Or apology to Bernie Burns, thinking his name was a joke.
Well, you can see how it could be have a suspicion that somebody is playing games.
Yeah.
I mean,
I could
Cody
see-
only changed like 3 names in the last article.
Yeah, sorry about that. I actually ran upstairs and just did a little April Fool's to Renee. So
Did you tell her she was amazing?
no, I told her Russia launched tactical nukes at Ukraine.
Classic.
Yeah,
I
that's
was
a
way
good
more
one, bud.
dramatic about it. Yeah, she wasn't too happy. She didn't think I'd sink that low, as she put it.
I'm gonna text you after this and gang up on you.
You
Yeah, I told her.
Go ahead.
I just told her real dramatic, like, yeah, I don't know what this means.
You should have told her
no.
recent events and things she likes. Should be like, you hear what they did to the New World Trade Center?
No, I haven't heard it.
Oh, they
What
bombed
they do?
it.
Oh.
Yeah, somebody went to the observation deck and blew himself up.
No, you should have done something along the lines of like one of the shows she watched, like Jersey Shore or whatever. They got canceled.
Sure.
Or
She was
Bachelor.
always watching
Ugh.
that and Ren and Stimpy.
Renee, I Love Lucy's been canceled. Renee, I don't know if you heard,
No more
JFK was
MASH.
assassinated. Yes, yeah, MASH is gone. Renee, I don't know if you heard, but they executed Jack Meehofer. He's dead. Wait. Some of these do look like you were messing around down here, though.
Which ones?
Oh, the thunder is nuts outside, by the way. Right after I made that joke about tactical nuke, too, like really bad thunder. Like some of the loudest thunder I've ever heard in my life went off.
Whoops.
The next one down here, Lucky Chap. I feel like it's repeated a million times in this article.
I didn't edit that one. That's AI, if anything.
Which one?
I just did Lucky Chap. That just seems like something fake put in this one. Although Lucky Chap has a strong relationship. Lucky Chap Productions.
I can read it right from the. Actually, this one I didn't even go through the. It was so short I didn't even AI it. Exciting news for fans of The Sims. A film adaptation of the popular video game franchise is currently in development, with Lucky Chap principals Margot Robbie and Josie McNamara and Tom Ackerley set to produce alongside Roy Lee for Vertigo Entertainment. Directing the movie will be Kate Herron, known for her work on Loki, while also co-write the script for the Bryony Redman. So half of these are not real names. With whom she previously collaborated with a Doctor Who episode. Herron is slated to direct the episode for the upcoming season, The Last of Us. The Sims franchise, published by EA, has been a massive success since its inception in 2000, selling over 200 million copies worldwide. The game, yeah, we all know what The Sims is. The Sims movie is a part of a larger Sims series, which began with Will Wright's Sim City in 1989. As of now, no cast has been attached to the project.
I have a feeling The Rock's going to be in it.
Oh,
The
God.
development on the Sims movie is still in early stages, with the project being shopped around by CAA to various studios. Lucky Chap's principal trio recently signed a multi-year first-look film deal with Warner Brothers after the massive success of Barbie, which became the highest-grossing movie of 2023 and earned 8 Academy Award nominations. I don't see how you make a Sims movie. There's no plot, but I guess how do you make a Barbie movie? There's no plot in that either. So.
And they did well with Barbie. I don't think it's a life-changing movie like everybody thinks, but I think it's a really good movie. And I couldn't remember if it was you, Danielle, who it was in the chat that was talking about. I just didn't make sense what it could be. I feel like as long as it's not just directly the same as Barbie, I think there's a lot of creative things you could do with people being self-aware. People, or people not being aware, and then that was happening. Um,
Cody, what the hell are you doing, dude?
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
but yeah, I'm more optimistic. I think probably because I saw Barbie that I could imagine what they could do with it, and I think it has a lot of promise. I think
Barbie just read the Barbenheimer wave. That's all.
no, I don't think it was that.
I think it was.
What didn't it? Wasn't it way more successful than Oppenheimer? And I like Oppenheimer.
Yeah, exactly.
I
It
don't
stole
think
the
it
wave right from Oppenheimer.
stole it. No, I think it's a good movie on its own. I don't think it's as good as people think, but definitely think
I
it's
didn't
good.
see it.
And you didn't like it?
I didn't see it.
I was gonna say I wouldn't have thought you would have seen it. You might actually like it, but yeah, I was surprised if you saw it. But yeah, I think if they do it right, I think this movie could be really good. Actually,
Stranger Things announces Eddie Munson prequel story. Exciting news. The fan favorite character Eddie Munson, portrayed by Anita Hard. Cody, I swear to God, if you do
Yeah, I
one more,
swear.
I'm leaving this fucking chat right now.
Ryan, look at me. That's why I was laughing so hard because Casey got me with this one too. I was like, "Oh, this sounds interesting." I started reading it, and I read, "I need it." That's why I started laughing hard because he got me with it.
hey,
I
I had
swear
to do
that one
one.
wasn't
Cody, yeah, Cody did all the other ones. I had to come up with one.
He got me with it too. I was sitting here like, "Oh, this will be." I don't know about this one, so I was like, "Let me get some more info here."
Ryan didn't want to curse, but
Anita
her name
Hardcock.
is yeah, Anita Hardcock.
That one's so obvious too. Ugh.
Just gonna go to the article here. Hmm.
Do you see those pranks that people play on the like Walmart workers and stuff? Hey, I'm having a hard time finding my friend. What if you do an announcement for him?
Yeah.
It's just these names.
Are you trying to find the real guy's name? Because not even a girl, which makes the Anita part even funnier.
Yeah, I don't really care at this point. He's
Oh.
getting his own prequel story covering his origin in a new book, Stranger Things: Flight of Icarus, written by author Caitlin Shinnerdegan and published by Penguin House. The book will delve into Eddie's journey in 1984, 2 years before the events of Stranger Things Season 4. In Flight of Icarus, fans will follow Eddie's pursuit of a musical career with his band Corroded Coffin, but it comes at a cost as he is forced to join his father's dubious schemes to pay for his dreams. His emphasis on Eddie's complex character, describing him as the nerdy lost sheep of Hawkins High with a complicated past. The book aims to explore messy decisions that led Eddie to become the brave misfit audience know and love. Quinn's portrayal of Eddie in season 4 resonated deeply with fans, making him a breakout star. He praised Eddie's unapologetic and unabashed self, which made him irresistible to viewers. The book will also introduce characters from Eddie's past, shedding light on how they have shaped him into a person on screen. While Quinn's return to Stranger Things is highly unlikely, the novel provides opportunity for fans to reconnect with Eddie and explore his backstory. Executive producer Sean Levy acknowledges fans' obsessions with Eddie and expressed gratitude for their enthusiasm.
I'm confused who Quinn is because I thought the actress name was Hardcock. But I guess that answers the name. It wasn't an actress; it was an actor, and his name was Joseph Quinn. Just so you know, Ryan, since you got upset. Cody, you said you sounded excited about this.
Well, no, I was just like, this sounds interesting, but this sounds like a. How caught up are you on the show, Casey?
I'm caught up.
Okay, and Ryan, you probably don't want to watch the show, right?
No.
All right, so probably skip ahead a few minutes here or something, or a few seconds, 10 seconds. So it just seems like this character, they had no idea it'd be as successful as he was, right? And then the show, they kill him off, and then they saw how popular he was, and they're like, "Oh, how do we milk this?" Hopefully, they don't like try to bring him back from the dead or anything like that. I don't know. But yeah, I'm excited to more Stranger Things. It's not bad. I mean, nothing's been bad yet, so as long as they don't ruin it.
Yeah, I could see what you mean, especially with how people attach to him, like this article talked about. When I read it, I was like, oh, really? A spin-off show already? I know they're going to happen because how big it is, but that would seem very forced. So I think the fact that it's a book is a little better sign to me. I'm sure there's still going to be spin-off shows, but
yeah, they done a spin-off book for 11 too that Renee read and said it was pretty good.
oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, there's a few books.
Next article from Nerdist. Jack Black reveals Borderlands movie character is, quote, R-rated R2-D2. Borderlands made a splash when Gearbox Software debuted it on multiple gaming platforms in 2009. The video game is open-world action role-playing shooter and features a plethora of fiercely violent madcap characters. The game follows a core group of 4 vault hunters who are traveling to the planet Pandora, not to be confused with Avatar's Pandora, to look for the vault. The stash supposedly has riches, glory, and fancy alien tech that will make many factions want to get their hands on it first. A movie based on this game has been in the works since 2015 and now will finally make its way to theaters. Slowly, we're beginning to get more details emerge from the Borderlands movie. Recently, Jack Black spoke about his role as Claptrap in the film. He described the character as an R-rated R2-D2 that certainly paints a picture. Additionally, Black shares he's a cool, fun little turn and other opportunities to bring great video games to the silver screen. We're kind of in the middle of a video game movie renaissance right now, and I'm stoked to be a part of it. Here's everything we know about Borderlands movies so far. Title: the video game adaptation will be called Borderlands. Borderlands plot. Lionsgate shared the official plot synopsis on April 5th, 2021. I don't know why we're reading it in 2024, so I'll skip that.
Are you reading from the article too? What's happening?
I'm reading the article. I don't trust anything that's on that page anymore.
It's too bad because that was the last one.
Did you add one in there? I didn't see that one.
Yeah, it was so sly and it wasn't even inappropriate. It was first
I
look at
see
the
it now.
team, including Jamie Lee Curtis, Kate Blanchett, and April Fools. Gotcha, Ryan. And it was just an innocent little joke there.
What?
It was just an innocent little April Fool's joke to end it there. And it's the first one you read a full article. This article was only in here for the April Fool's joke, too, because I don't even know what the hell this article is about.
Is it really?
Yeah.
It was originally published
Did you do this way earlier, too?
Yeah. Yeah, I did it before any of yours, and I was like, oh, God, he's going to be caught on now.
My bad.
No,
I just ruined
it.
it.
Way funnier. Mine was just a dumb one.
It was so innocent, too.
Yeah, so,
but
go ahead.
This is a Jack Black quote. That's all this article is, with the republishing of all the stuff they already knew.
They love to do that with the Borderlands movie.
Yeah, that's why I put that one as the April Fool's joke. So I was like, Borderlands already a running joke on here, so why not?
And last article, we have tech study finds 120 FPS is the important threshold to avoid VR sickness. Researchers at Jianjitong Liverpool University highlights the importance of frame rates in mitigating simulator sickness in the VR experience. The study focuses on elements of different VR refresh rates using a Pimax 5K super headset capable of a 180 Hz refresh rate. Results indicate that 120 FPS was identified as the crucial threshold, at which point participants reported significantly reduced nausea compared to lower refresh rates. While 180 FPS showed minimal reduction in nausea, the study shows that 120 represents an important benchmark for avoiding VR sickness. It is essential to acknowledge the study was limited to one specific headset and may not generalize to other headsets. For instance, popular headsets like Oculus Quest 2 and 3 support 120 Hz refresh rate, but achieving the frame rate in standalone mode can be challenging due to hardware. Additionally, achieving high frame rates like 120 FPS or 144 Hz on PC VR platforms may require expensive hardware, especially for more complex experiences. Moreover, technicals techniques like projection and motion extrapolation are commonly used to enhance frame rate performance. Despite these complexities, the study underscores the importance of advancing frame rate standards in VR to minimize simulator sickness.
I mainly put this in here for you, Ryan, because I know it's something you struggle with.
Yeah, I'd be curious. I could see how that definitely would cause issues. So,
Yeah. You know,
but like
makes
they're saying,
sense.
it's gonna be a while before that becomes mainstream.
And hopefully VR sticks around long enough. I think it will, but to catch on like people thought it would,
Yeah.
especially in PlayStation land. That's it for the news, unless you guys have anything.
No,
That's it.
I think that was the best news segment ever. I don't know about you guys.
I don't know. What do you think, Anita?
What's so funny, bud?
Let's get into pickups. Ryan, what did you pick up this week?
I picked up this shirt.
Yep, there you
It's,
go. In New York. Damn, you're proud of it.
And
Good shirt.
I picked up some other clothing items. Handy. That was it.
All right. Cody?
Uh-oh, boys. Better buckle up. Let me see here.
Need a hard cock for this one.
Hey, oh. I guess we'll start with the most recent convention for this big bad boy. Look at that. This fucking thing, dude. This is George from Rampage.
Is it?
He is huge. Yep.
Well, I was gonna say, is it not like all the paint had chipped off, or is it just not showing through on camera? It looks like
I mean, he's got some scuffs, but that these little gray marks.
Yeah, and he looks kind of just like white aside from those marks. It might just be the camera though.
Well, remember George is like white though, albino.
Well, I can't even see a face though. I think maybe it's just a detail
Yeah.
of the camera. Oh yeah, there we go. That's more like it. I see now.
Cool. Yep. So I picked him up at a toy convention. I asked the lady, like, how much for George? And she was like, what? She's real confused. But she's like, oh, the monkey? But yeah. So my monkey George.
How
Picked him
much?
up.
Yeah.
$20.
This wasn't gonna guess.
Yeah, it kind of sucks because it was one of those toys that sat on the shelf for a long time when the movie came out, and I could have probably picked it up for way cheaper. And it came with a little rock figure, so. But I've been wanting this, so I was excited to see it. It's a little damaged. I'm about to clean him up.
Nice.
But yep, that's George. And then, well, that's. Oh yeah, this. And then one of the vendors there had a bunch of 360 games. Sherlock Holmes versus Jack the Ripper. Call of Juarez, the Cartel. Call of Juarez. Ninja Gaiden 2.
Gaiden.
The Assassin's Creed American Collections. Then Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
Oh yeah. How much was that? Marvel.
$12. I talked him down to 10.
That a crazy deal, or is that something you get now? 'Cause I know I even got delisted as far as digital.
Was it the Xbox One version? I think, which I already had. I think it was a GameStop exclusive, right?
Yeah, it was Xbox One.
Fresh.
I'd be down to get that. Of Marvel, Capcom.
Marvel. Let's see. Marvel versus Capcom 3. Xbox 360. Oh wow, I'm glad I bought this. He had 2 copies. I should have bought the other one for you. I'm sorry, buddy.
Not your fault.
Oh, that's the Japanese version. Where's the US version? Oh, US version. $14.
Okay.
So.
Not like I thought then.
How many
So, yeah.
Xbox 360 games are you up to, bud?
It's the most I ever had. I don't have like this most recent pickup. There's probably another 15, 20. Game Eye. Games. I can tell
I
you this real
guess
quick.
I was looking it up, and there's not an official number I could find, but people online were doing some research, and they think there's 1,050 physical games retail games for Xbox 360.
Well, I don't have that many. It's definitely the most in my
So I was wondering how
that I
close
have.
you were to.
Probably 350 titles.
Do you think you're
Physical.
you have like a third of all physical titles released for Xbox 360?
Yeah, and probably a third of those I wouldn't want either. So, third more to go. I always had this thought like it'd be cool to have a complete North American release. There is some European and Japanese exclusives I want to. The Japanese exclusives used to be really cheap. Well, cheaper than what they are now, and now they're just buku money because people importing them, I guess, or exporting them, or whatever it is. So that sucks. That probably won't happen because they go for a lot of money now. At the same convention, picked up another Primal Rage Ape. This arcade game. I never had this figure, but I had a few of the figures growing up. It's one of those toy lines that's getting kind of expensive, and just having fun finding figures of them at the convention. Did you ever play Primal Rage, Casey?
Think so. I know a name. Let me look it up.
At least I can't remember the name of this show. You guys might remember it. It's like Ugly Mutants or something. Martians. Butt Ugly Martians, maybe. Yeah, Butt Ugly Martians. I picked up this toy it's one of the Butt Ugly Martians with his little speeder thing. Little bike.
Yeah. I may not know either of these things.
Really? You don't remember Primal Rage or Butt
No,
Ugly Martians?
doesn't look familiar when I looked it up. Now, trying to get ugly Martians to come up.
Well, it says it also people also look up Cubics, so kind of surprised this thing had a toy line. I didn't know. I might have seen the toys, but I don't remember them that well. I was happy to
Recognize
pick up a
these
toy for it.
creatures, but that's it. I don't even know if I've actually watched it or not.
Then another Street Shark dinosaur. That was with George. He was part of the deal with George. Another really cool toy line. It's getting expensive. Gold Dust. One of his late 2000s gimmicks.
Feeling
That's why he looks so
familiar.
different.
Yeah.
And then WrestleMania box complete on the NES. Then I had started watching these wrestlers run this podcast where they do toys of WWE. And do you remember the Bendhams?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they did one on that and got me really interested. So for like $2.50 each or something like that, $3 each. Can't remember the deal. We worked out with the guy. Bought a bunch of them. Hey yo, Razor Ramon's probably my favorite one out of the lot that I got, but put those down there. Oof. Then bought some. Did you like Small Soldiers, Casey? We talked about this before.
Oh yeah. Fucking love it.
I picked up some more Small Soldiers toys.
You ever watch Small Soldiers, the movie, Ryan?
No, I never even heard of it.
Oh, it's bad.
It's great stuff.
I'm not
used
as
to
old as
own.
you guys.
Yeah, you missed out with this one though. I used to have all those things.
You did you? They're
Oh,
worth a
yeah.
lot of money now if you can find them.
How much are those?
This guy, I forget what I paid for him. I want to say $10, $20. These guys are a little bit more because they're a weird variation. Did you have these ones, Casey?
Look just like the ones I had, unless I'm remembering wrong. I used to play with
Because
them all
they
the time.
the battle damage.
Yeah.
Okay. These guys spent $50 for the pair. But I have a bunch. I've got a nice little collection going over there of them.
Until they come to life.
I was kind of sad at Big Fun. Big Fun got a huge set of them in, and they were relatively cheap. I should have took a bunch of stuff in to trade in and bought them. And when I went back, they were all gone, along with Bionicles, unfortunately. That was everything from that convention. And then my buddy Will was at a thrift store, and he knows how much I like 360 games. So you got me Mortal Kombat, the complete editions, factory sealed. These are all $4. Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. Modern Warfare 2, which is so crazy. It's like a kind of a hard game to find in good shape. Even this
You didn't
disc
already
is a
have it?
mess. No, I did not. UFC 3 Undisputed. And then Street Fighter versus Tekken. And then Amazing Spider-Man and Spider-Man Edge of Time, which is a great deal on these. They're $4. I don't know if you guys, these have gotten very expensive. Probably $50 games. So
Are these all keepers or are you reselling?
everything you see here is keeping. You know you gotta do that. And another Gold Dust Bend'em. That's probably more the Gold Dust you remember, Casey.
Yeah.
Another Primal, 2 more Primal Rage figures. This is from the other convention. And then this from Jurassic Park 2. I had this toy as a kid, so
Yeah.
I had to pick that up.
Good.
And then Small Soldiers promo item. The guy worked at a movie theater, so the workers would have to wear this when the movie came out.
Very nice.
I wish we did sell that at Mark.
Right?
Yeah.
Jimmy Neutron, Boy Genius, same thing. But this one he worked at a rental store.
Do you guys keep any of your old Cinemark shirts with like the movies on them?
Oh yeah, I have the one in the mannequin in the movie room.
I threw them all out.
I'm in the
Like, I
middle
don't
of
know.
it. I have a pile of them, and I plan when I got my new job to have a bonfire and burn them, but they're still just in a trash bag. So maybe I'll do a late bonfire.
I'll join.
All right.
Another promo item was Pink Flamingos when they released it on VHS. It was like a postcard for it from John Waters. Ba-na-na-na. And on 360, the Saboteur and The Witcher 2.
I didn't like that game.
Witcher 2?
Yeah. It's highly rated,
Some people like it.
but not my style game.
I'm sure I like Saboteur just because I hear the people that talk about it, and it's pandemic games.
I spent a lot of money on it too.
Really?
Yeah, I bought it off Steam and spent like probably $40 or $45, I think. Wish I had that money back.
You have never played Saboteur? Because that was a game I was interested in. I haven't either. Looked cool, but it came out at a time when there were so many good games that I never got to, and now I didn't know if it would, how well it would hold up.
2009. Then we were at Meijer, and they had the Iron Claw on sale for $20. We'll talk about this more later because I watched it. No, it's there is a really good documentary. Well, documentary series called Dark Side of the Ring. They do a documentary on what this did a biopic on. But
That's by John Waters as well, right?
No.
Dark Side of the Ring?
Right. You're making a joke here?
Yeah, Pink Floyd. Dark Side of the Moon.
John Waters. Did I? John Waters, the director of Pink Flamingo.
Have to do Floyd as well, or is it John Walter? That was Waters. No, I don't like.
I think it's something like that. Roger Waters.
See, that's close enough. I admit I don't like Pink Floyd, so that makes sense.
Yeah, he's like very anti-Israel too, isn't he? I
Um,
remember that a few years ago. Refusing to do concerts and stuff there. The Iron Claw. Just picked that up on Blu-ray. When we were in New York City, picked up Pikmin 1 and 2 at Nintendo. And this bad boy from Toys R Us, which it was hilarious. It's an $18 figure. It was behind the counter, and I was like, these are impossible to look at. So I went behind the counter, and buried in there was this, which I wanted. So I just grabbed it, and then the woman working the cash register like chased me down, and she was like, "No, no, no, these have to stay up here with us." What a weird thing to gatekeep.
It was weird. They did that with everything. Anything got in top 4, you weren't allowed to take down.
Really?
Yeah, even the small Harry Potter thing. Danielle said that they had to pay for it up there. This is so weird, especially at a place like this. You saw at Disney and all those places, they like encourage it because they want people looking at more shit.
Yeah, Toys R Us was weird, man. It was not a weird time for sure. Oh my gosh, where did these come from? Oh my gosh, I don't remember where. This is awful. Oh, duh. Game Chasers YouTube channel I like a lot. They did a whatnot promotion and came with coupons, which is kind of like a Twitch mixed with eBay. I don't know if you guys are familiar with it or have ever done it before.
Mm.
But yeah, so it's like just YouTubers will get on there and like auction off stuff, and he had a discount. So Yoshi's Cookie, NES, WrestleMania the arcade game, and
You have an NES?
Cyberball. Yeah, I actually have a stack of them.
Do you have the console?
That's what I'm talking about.
A stack of the consoles?
Let's see, I can count 4 from
Never
here,
mind,
and I
don't worry
know
about it.
there's like 4 in the other
Don't-
room. That's like 8 of them right there.
Oh my god.
And then I got this bad
You're
boy.
talking about a console, you're talking about stacks.
This is the Lego Xbox 360. Very excited about this. Well, sorry, Mega Bloks.
Does it work?
It lights up. I think you can remove the disc tray. You can actually look inside of it. You can put the little disc and hard drive in there. Battery pack comes out of the controller. Very, very cool set. That I
much
do
is
want to
that?
open this and build it. It was $100.
Good
Where
building on
do you get that
YouTube.
one?
Target.
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 They have Xbox 360s at Target?
It's the Mega Block. It's the Legos.
Was it Xbox 360?
Yep, Xbox 360 Lego.
When did that release?
Yeah,
They re-released the Xbox 360?
I think are you fucking with me right now?
No. Why would
It's
they
just
do that?
It's just a toy. It's Lego
Oh.
blocks.
Ah.
Can you see it in the camera?
Okay, yeah.
I feel like you're messing with me now.
No, I was like, why are they selling Xbox 360s?
Oh, yeah, it's just a Lego. No, it's very passing. Actually, on the Target Reddit, when I was like researching this thing, the workers were tired of people asking if it was a real console. There's a few comments in there, like, I don't know how many times people come up to me and ask me if that is a working console.
Yeah.
Um,
Build it with Roblox and play a game.
This stuff, I went on a little trip to Dayton with my buddy Will and his wife.
My
And
wife.
we stopped at some toy stores there. Or this and no. Gosh, dude, it's all running together. This was another day where me and Will went out shopping, but it was all more local, Newark area.
Ryan's disappointment. You always make this segment.
Was Tarzan? Do you ever have any of these figures, Casey?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's a great toy line. This is a weird one. This is part of the Monsters or Mutants. Yeah, Mutants toy line. This is actually Gold Dust's little brother, Cody Rhodes,
That's you.
but as an alien form.
If I went through my grocery receipt line by line, I wouldn't have this much stuff.
And then this is from Toy Soldiers. This is you recognize this guy, right, Casey? Oh yeah.
Small soldiers, right?
Small Soldier. Yeah,
Yeah.
Toy Soldiers. Jeez.
So I was like,
Yeah.
that looks just like. Is this a fucking knockoff?
Is this the April Fool's joke? You're just going through like your entire collection?
That'd be awesome.
How awesome would that be? See how long ride lets me go. But no, unfortunately, this is all purchased in probably like the last month.
You could have done the NES one by one, but things in between. This is NES I got. Here's Halo 3. Here's NES.
Here's one of the little Gears of War Funko things. It's only 25 cents.
That Carmine?
I think it's Carmine, yeah.
He was the best cog.
Then these Mirrorverse figures from McFarlane are always so interesting to me. They're I think I've talked to you about them before, Casey. They're like famous Disney
yeah.
characters, but with like it's one of their video games that I'm not gonna play. But I really like the Sully and Buzz Lightyear from this line.
I'll give you $2 for it.
I only paid $5, so we're not too far off.
I'm saying hard at 2.
Oh, me too,
then-
buddy.
Oh, then on the 360, I picked up Deadfall Adventures. Top Gun Hard Lock, which is gonna be my bank account when Renee's done with me. Men in Black Alien Crisis.
How much? Can you give us a ballpark? How much you got left there?
4 things.
4 more bags.
Yeah. This collector's edition I always wanted because I never played the games. I didn't care, but this figure here, this little tank in here was always so awesome. It's a little like a Sherman tank. And then this collector's edition I never seen go below $60, and this was $15. So I was very excited. Let's see if I can pull the Sherman tank out without messing it up. Kind of glad I can't get it open, but I'm kind of glad I did buy this for $15. Nice, dude. I'm showing my stuff here. You're just gonna do that to me?
That Valkyria Chronicles? It is?
Yeah. Yep. But yeah, the tank was way smaller than I thought it would be. I thought it was a way bigger figure. Then bought a lot of Big Bad Beetleborgs. Casey, did you ever watch that show? We talked about this before, I think.
Yeah, I know the name. I'm like talking about it.
Yeah, so I got a few figures from that, vehicles and stuff. But the reason I bought it's getting so piled up in here. There's like an episode of Hoarders. Renee comes down here to be episode of Divorce Court. Oh! But the main reason I got it was I remember as a kid, not Toys R Us, KB Toys had this toy line. I had no idea what Big Bad Beetleborgs was. I did and I did. I did and I didn't. It's not like I watched the show or something like that.
Yeah, I looked
But
up.
I
I
really like-
recognize it aside from one I think you had me look at before.
Yeah, it's not a spin-off, but same company as Power Rangers.
Yeah, it looks a lot
This-
like it.
This toy set here, we're just staring at it in KB Toys and wishing I could buy it. And now I'm an adult, so I buy it. But, yeah, these guys are the bee's knees. And then the last thing I bought for you boys, which I think I only spent $15 on it because I had some Amazon credits.
Hey, I was
South
gonna ask
Park
if
Snow
we're still
Day.
doing that. The reviews are hot on it. You see them?
No, I haven't. I wanted to kind of stay wary of them, but you can tell me.
Coming in at hot, like 3 to 5s out of 10.
Glad I only spent $15 on it then.
What?
I said I had a bad feeling when I saw that it was a $30 game and not the normal developers, but I was gonna say if you guys were down for it, I was still down for it. I'm sure
Oh yeah.
Pass.
it'll at least be some fun. You're not gonna join us?
No, I don't have the funds.
Might not be much funds, but we'll have fun. We're gonna get South Park. You'll join us, right, Rhino? It's gonna be our game on here. We get to play together and talk about.
Probably not.
Okay. That's all for you for pickups, Cody.
That's it, dude. That's the only thing I got. Like, can you
All right.
believe it? I can't even move my mouse. There's so much shit on my desk right now.
South Park, it was still full price. You just had a gift card, right? Or you actually paid $15? Oh, okay. I was gonna say, how the
Yep.
fuck did you get that cheap already? It was $30 to begin with. Right. Well, I'll get into a couple pickups I have because they feed into what I've been playing. Well, not the first one. I bought 2 4-packs of the Jones Nuka-Cola for Fallout. Way too expensive. My total was like $53 for 2 4-packs. But I really wanted the Nuka-Cola last time, and it sold out and became ridiculously expensive to where I never got it. This is not blue and doesn't look as good, and I wish they just did the same thing as last time. But could have missed the opportunity this time. But now it's probably going to be the kind of thing where you'll be able to find it for next 2 years anyways, now that I got them. But waiting for those to ship here, and they're glass bottles, obviously, so we'll see how they show up. And then when we were at Nintendo New York, me and Danielle bought Princess Peach Showtime, and for Easter, Danielle bought me the Daft Punk Beat Saber expansion. So on our way home from New York, I was playing some Princess Peach. It was fun, but I can't really give too much judgment on it. Yeah, I haven't played a lot of it, and it was fun, but it was super easy and very simplistic. But it might be because it's aimed towards younger kids, but it could also be, I feel like a lot of the Mario games and a lot of Nintendo games start out super easy and then figure out the mechanics and it gets way more difficult. Or even if the base game is easy, like collecting everything is the hard part. So it seems interesting, but haven't gotten too far. And then on trips like that, it's always hard to like fully invest into games because you're also interacting with people and watching the road and all that jazz. So definitely want to play it where I can actually pay attention to the game fully and see what I think about it. And then me, Danielle, and my sister were playing some Beat Saber last night to try out the Daft Punk tracks. It was
Nice.
fun as shit, and the whole board is decorated like Daft Punk. It's not just the songs you're playing. The whole thing is Daft Punked out, and there's new style of notes in it and all kinds of crazy shit that's super fun. The only downside is none of the Tron songs are on there, which is a real letdown. You get all of Daft Punk's biggest songs and then some other smaller ones, so it's not bad, but I think the Tron songs would fit so well in the Beat Saber game. I'm a little sad.
Are they set difficulty or are they selectable?
No, you can select from the expert.
Okay.
Yeah. I was trying someone hard. I don't play Beat Saber a ton, and I'm great at it. Some are already getting way too hard even on hard, but
Just I bet they get pretty insane.
yeah. But normal was a fun balance of not feeling too easy and like you're actually hitting some of the notes, not just like it's
Wailing.
like Guitar Hero. Yeah, it's like Guitar Hero in the way that if you pick easy, you're not even matching to the notes because obviously it's meant for like 5 notes coming at a time and you're hitting one because it's on easy. So I think normal is the best mixture of that if you're not great at it. And the only other thing I've been playing, we played a little Splitgate. It's been a while since I played that. The game that's like Halo meets Portal, and it's always super fun when I play. I just don't play a ton of it. And played some Infinite as normal. Finished the operation this month. A new one starts tomorrow. I get some new content then. And that's all I've been playing. What have you guys been playing?
Go ahead,
Nada.
Ryan. Oh, nothing.
No, I haven't been home.
Yeah.
So I was like,
Can you
no
bring your
time.
Switch?
No, I left it at home.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
What
What about
I've
your
been
ROG
playing-
Ally?
Yeah, raw dogging. So I've been playing Fallout 3. I'm trying to play through that before the new show comes out. It's fun. Just run around and mess around in. The game is very, very open world in the sense like I'm getting into areas where I don't think I should be yet, and just using all my ammo to
Yeah.
kind of half kill stuff, and I don't know where I'm supposed to. Like I'm to the point like I'm googling like where should a new player go? Like I don't feel like I'm doing stuff wrong here.
You played it before,
you
right?
played
Or
I have, but I've never beat it. Like I never like I would
Gotcha.
just start new characters and never really stay focused in it.
You should follow the quest, bud.
Yeah, it gives you quests though, and you go to those quests, and they you get your ass handed to you. So it could also just be bad at the game.
Probably.
yeah, I feel like Fallout, half the fun is not following the quest and finding other shit.
Then Helldivers, of course, which I think we talked about before. It's a great time. Run around there. Then my friend Will is trying to teach me like I don't know, simulation wrestling games where they're very they're very like time based and they follow the flow of like a real wrestling match. It's very interesting. But so we played through a whole tournament of Natsume Championship Wrestling on the NES, which is also on the Switch online thing. So that's how we played it. It's cool playing Switch game or NES games online with your friends. I love that feature. It's probably one of my favorite things about the Switch. But that is all I've been playing.
All right. Brian, why don't we start with you? What have you been watching?
I started The Three Bodies Problem on Netflix.
Heard of that?
It's pretty big,
Okay.
based off a book. It was highly rated, so I started that. That's about it. Honestly, like I said, I haven't been at home at all. I've either been on the road or in vacation. So,
Go good.
it's okay.
Okay.
I think I'm 2 episodes in.
Sci-fi.
Yeah.
Got one of my favorite guys from Game of Thrones in it though.
Sci-fi.
It looks
got some
good.
hot girl. Think I'll check
Yeah,
it out.
Yeah, I never heard of this. The premise sounds cool. Fateful decision in the 1960s. China echoes across space and time to a group of scientists in present, forcing them to face humanity's greatest
Spoiler.
threat.
I haven't gotten that far yet.
Is it really? Is that really a spoiler?
Yeah, I didn't know any of that.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Buddy, I'm sorry. That was literally
That's
the
okay.
Google. That's the thing Google just literally
Yeah, I
just
know.
said.
Google does it all the time, but
Oh
I'm
my
not.
gosh.
Apple would never do that.
April Fools. No, I'm just kidding. That is awful, dude.
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
I mean,
buddy.
I could see it was going that way, but it hadn't actually happened.
Why would Google do that? I hate spoilers. And now I'm that person. Cool. Oh, I'm sorry, buddy.
Cool.
So I just
That's
you're
good.
literally enjoying one piece of media, and I just ruined it for you.
Oh, you're watching
good.
One Piece?
Hey.
Oh.
Oh.
So that's all though, Ryan?
Yeah, what are you watching, Cody? I'll Google some synopses for you.
Yeah.
What's the ending?
Yeah. Yeah. What is the ending of everything, real quick? If you don't mind, just tell me all of the shows. That is nuts that Google just tells you that too, right then. I did not look at. I just literally typed in the name of the show, and Google
No,
was like,
no.
"Here you go."
And to be fair, like I said, I'm not even finished through the second episode, so maybe it is. That happens. I don't know. It could happen early on. I don't know.
Yeah.
Plus, I think it's a book based off books. So obviously, I think a lot of people probably already read it. But still
Still,
silly
that's
to put that in
annoying.
there.
Yeah. You can spoil this one for me because I think you're watching this one too. The Bear.
Oh, don't spoil that.
No, I wouldn't.
What
What are you on?
Episodes 5 or 6.
Okay.
The show's editing is all over the place.
Yeah.
The editing makes no sense because like 1 minute they're dealing with something and then it jumps around and is dealing with this and dealing with that, and then now they're prepping, and then now they're cooking, and then they're screaming about how big the lines are, and then boom, they're cleaning the kitchen.
Yeah.
And then they're serving people, and you're like, dude, what the fuck is going on here?
I think it's an artistic decision to kind of like recreate the like craziness of the kitchen.
Which I get with the camera pacing and the running around, the screaming and yelling.
Yeah.
That makes sense, but the whole jumping around the story, I don't think they're jumping around in the story per se, but like 1 minute the character's dealing with this, and then jumped over to this.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that though. That's what you're saying.
But it's
Wait
good.
till,
I think.
wait till the Christmas episode,
Okay.
season 2, and then see what you have to say about the editing.
Yeah, Renee
I
and I
couldn't finish the episode.
Really. Oh dang it. Okay.
So did
Yeah,
you
Renee,
skip an episode?
Well, I skipped through parts of it because it was too much. But it's my brother's favorite, so.
So yeah, I'll watch it. And it's just like when I watch shows like that, I want it to be realistic. And there's things that happen in the show that it's like that would never.
Yeah, that was another issue I had with it.
Yeah, that would never happen. Like this is not a spoiler, Casey, but this is like the first episode. There's like a big pile of people outside getting in, and to calm the crowds, he like shoots a gun in the air. Do you remember this, Ryan? Fucking brandishes a
Mm.
firearm and then fires it in
Oh
Chicago as if
yeah,
that, and then shoots it in the air. And all the
yeah.
customers are like, "Oh, okay, we'll get in line, calm
Okay,
down,"
we'll quiet
as if
down.
that wouldn't ensue pure craziness and the cops would be everywhere.
Yeah,
Depends what part of
Um,
Chicago. They might just be like, oh,
yeah,
yeah. It's funny they show it as like a struggling business too. It's like they're always packed.
yeah.
It's like, mm, what's the issue
So
here?
Renee and I can never really find stuff that we can watch together, so we'll probably finish it out,
Yeah.
watch together. Where's my notes here? And then WWE, of course, keeping up with that at least till WrestleMania. See what Cody Rhodes does.
so now it's gonna be
Um,
on Netflix. They said it's gonna be uncensored. Thing I just saw a thumbnail, so
yeah, but that's
Yes.
not till January.
gotcha.
Yep, and that's Raw. I think it's just Raw coming.
So what does uncensored mean? There's gonna be cussing? Are they gonna like they still show blood
We
and stuff, right?
topless women?
Oh, I'd be
What?
back in.
Blood's kind of rare now.
Really?
Hell.
Yeah, they'll do stuff here and there, but yeah, that's usually hardcore matches and stuff. That's like cutting's not really a thing that happens much.
Like they'd actually bleed?
Yeah, there was a thing like they would put like razor blades in their foreheads, and they would be like someone would hit
Oh.
them, and they go like this, and then they're like they just bleed profusely. Like if you look up
Oh.
Google Abdullah the Butcher, this dude was not good about. Is there a certain way you can cut that doesn't scar? And Abdullah just didn't care.
Yeah, they found
He
a
was
place
into it.
let the
Yeah.
most blood with the least amount of pain.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Did you look him up?
Yeah, why is he eating like a what is that? He's eating like a whole chicken or something.
Oh yeah, buddy.
What is that? It's got like 2 legs and it's like greasy looking.
He had a restaurant too. Oh, I see what you're talking about. That looks like liver or something.
Uh,
Yeah,
what the
liver.
hell? He's a big boy.
Yeah, dude. He's still alive too.
Wow.
Then I watched Fool's Paradise yesterday
Yeah.
with Renee. I didn't laugh once.
Uh,
It felt like the premise of the vibe of a Adam Sandler movie. Like he's playing two characters at first, and then weird stuff happens, and then all of his buddies are in the show from It's Always Sunny. It wasn't a bad movie. It felt like it was like some underlying statements I was missing, like about Hollywood in general, and then the Illuminati stuff at the end. Like he's like trying to make a statement about Hollywood. Wasn't bad. It was a good watch. It just wasn't a comedy.
yeah, I've been curious to see what you think about that since I saw it, because that's what I expect to be super funny, and I don't remember laughing much, if at all. But at the same time, I really enjoyed it, which is not what I thought it was going to be. I really liked, even though normally that'd be the opposite of it. But I don't know, something about it was very entertaining and very charming.
Nice to watch with Renee too, because she could call out all the side characters from Sunny
Yeah.
that was in it. And then I watched the Iron Claw, which is the Blu-ray I showed you guys earlier, which is about the Von Erichs. It's a wrestling family. You might like the Dark Side of the Ring episode on them, Ryan, and then maybe watch this as well. It has the same guy from The Bear, the Jeremy Allen White. He plays the main character in The Bear, and then he plays Kerry Von Erich in this.
What's it called
Was-
again?
The Iron Claw. But the documentary you should watch first is called The Dark Side of the Ring, Von Erichs.
Roger.
VON. Yeah, VONERICH. It's like this. I don't know. They said they were cursed or something, but it's a very, very sad story about a family of wrestlers.
I really hate
Um,
wrestling, so I'm probably not.
Well, that's the thing. Renee was saying the same thing, but it's not. It has very. It's just like part of it. It's not full blown wrestling.
The
Even the Dark
image
Side of the
on
Ring.
title is him holding a wrestling belt.
Well, yeah, the wrestlers, but it's like saying like I don't like rock and roll or something. You don't like a genre of music, but it's about, oh, you don't like country, so I'm not gonna watch the Johnny Cash movie or something.
I love Johnny Cash.
Well, let's say you didn't. You didn't like Johnny Cash music, but you're
Well, I
like, I'm
hate
not watching.
country.
So boom,
I
there you
hate
go.
Johnny
So you
Trash.
heck yeah, brother! But it's an A24 movie.
I like them.
Good stuff. Well, then this is right up your alley, man. The Iron Claw.
Okay.
Do you have a Blu-ray player?
No.
So you can borrow my movie. But I'd watch the Dark Side of the Ring episode first. If you're going to.
That movie's really long, isn't it? I think
2 hours 13 minutes.
I thought it was, but you liked it though, the movie itself.
Yep, they did a good job.
I think Ryan said he wasn't interested in it at all, which is more surprising because I didn't know he cared about A24. What do you think of Civil War, Cody? Because you know I'm not an A24 fan. I think that movie looks fucking awesome.
Yeah, I'll watch it. Looks interesting. I trust A24 stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna watch it.
Hope it's as good as the trailers look, because I think it looks amazing.
Really?
Oh yeah.
I don't think the trailers look that good.
Well, I think the trailers are good on their own, but I think the idea of it is really interesting. Has a lot of
It
potential.
gives
to
me
do it.
what's that other end of the world movie they had?
Oh, The Quiet Place?
No. Actually, my name is A24 that did it.
Oh God, you're not talking about like Olympia Fallen or whatever it's called, are you?
No. They're like in the bunker and the guy's crazy.
Oh, 10 Cloverfield Lane.
Yeah.
Don't you
I
love
think
that
those
movie?
vibes. Yeah, that was great.
Are you excited for Civil War? I thought you said it looked really bad.
I haven't. I was just looking at some of the still shots of. I haven't heard anything about this.
I thought you looked at the trailer and see that looked really bad when I was. Oh, I thought you'd be all into this.
Yeah, I don't. It looks, I don't know, kind of corny. Like, I trust A24, of course, but yeah, we'll see.
Gotcha.
And as long as it's not a political film, because I saw who plays the president, I'm like, oh gosh, where's this going?
Who plays the president?
Oh, was it Nick Offerman? Is that his name, Casey?
Yeah.
Uh,
You know him from The Last of Us, Ryan. Don't spoil anything.
mm-hmm. Very familiar.
Ooh.
Have you guys seen the or heard anything about Quiet on Set? That documentary?
Yeah, I talked
Yeah.
about that last week with you, I think.
Maybe. Okay, it's been a while. I forgot. What about you, Cody?
Yeah, just like every YouTube channel and every person ever.
Okay. What you been watching, Casey?
No, did you watch it?
No, I was just asking if you had watched it.
No, Renee watched it.
You're not interested?
No, I take a break from all that
Pedophilia.
negative. Yeah.
No.
Is that all for you, Cody?
That's all for me.
Okay. I saw a movie in a theater this week, Ghostbusters: Frozen Empire. Not good.
No?
No, I was worried when I saw the trailers, but I was hoping that trailers don't always follow suit with what the movie is. But it followed suit. It was the last one was just so damn good. I think is one of the best Ghostbusters movie easily, and this movie on its own, it's like Toy Story for me. I think Toy Story 4 is, I think, a good movie on its own. I think it's made a lot worse by the fact that 3 came before it, and 3 was like a perfect ending in Toy Story, and then 4 was so unnecessary, even though it was good. And I think this is the same case, but this Ghostbusters I don't think is as good as Toy Story 4 on its own. And I think they should have wrapped it up with the last one. It would have been a perfect way to end it. But it made a lot of money, so of course they were going to do another one. And had a couple of moments that were really good, but overall, I would say a big letdown, but like I said, kind of worried that was going to happen, so I wasn't too let down. Just was hoping I would be wrong based off the trailers. And being such a big Ghostbusters fan, it was a bummer. And I feel like I'm missing some things, but the only thing I have watching from home is the Halo season finale, which this episode I think is the closest thing to Halo so far. Definitely still a lot of things that you're like, what the hell are you doing? But had the most Halo feeling and Halo scenery in it as of any of the episodes. So gives me some hope, assuming we get a season 3, but also this happened and then they just go down this crazy hole of adding shit and taking away stuff that you have no idea why they're doing, instead of just sticking to what Halo should be, which is the brightest moments of this episode, and all of them are the ones that are closest to Halo.
Killing
So
babies,
what's that?
killing children.
That was pretty dope. I mean, that part's not even really, it happens in Halo, but you don't really know it.
Yeah.
So I guess that was added in pretty dope. But not most of their ads are for the worse, not for the better. But that's all for me. So unless you guys have anything else you want to talk about, I guess that's the end of this episode.
What a banger.
It sure was. That news segment, that was an all-timer.
Yeah.
As it was.
Ryan, do you want to read any last-minute names for us?
I don't think so. Is there any names you want me to read?
It'd be too forced now, you know? All right, anything else you guys want to say before we get out of here?
Thank you to our #1 subscriber, Anita Big Cox.
Hardcock.
Hardcock. See, I just ruined it too. Ruined the joke.
It's not ruining a joke. You just ruined our supporter. He's probably not going to support anymore now.
No.
Ryan, you want to thank anyone?
I'll think hemorrhoids.
See, there you go.
That was a good one. Did you make that one up, or did you have to Google it?
I asked Huge Jazz about that one.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I had to Google all mine.
I would have cut it out for you if you did it, Ryan, but I really thought about throwing the N-word in one of the articles and seeing if you just read it like Ron Burgundy.
Whoa.
Probably not.
And then we would have sent it to your HR department.
Oh yeah, that'd been hilarious.
April Fools.
April Fools.
Wacky April Fools. I can't believe you guys haven't heard of that. That's crazy. All right, anything else?
That is it.
All right, we'll see you next week. Happy Wacky April Fools.
Is it over?
Yeah, it's over.
I did forget some of my pickups actually. Because the 360 store's shutting down.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, I picked up the 2 Xbox or the 2 South Park games are on there. Oh, did you think I was joking? I'm being dead serious. I definitely bought 6 games in there, Casey. If you want to hear about it, I think he was joking, or I thought I was joking. But yeah, the 360 store shut down, so I quickly grabbed some things. I don't know, when is that happening, by the way? Did you know?
No, I get so mixed up on all these fucking dates and pushbacks and everything.
Let's see. I can't type. There's so much shit on my desk right now. End of 360. He thought I was joking, dude. That's awesome. July 24th.
Okay.
Which I bought the Call of Duty Classic, which is Call of Duty 1.
Can you not buy these from regular Xbox store this still though?
You have to go on, buy them digital or online, and they're only downloadable on the 360. So when the store shuts down, you can't purchase them anymore.
I just feel like go on the regular Xbox store, find them now.
Right? That would make more sense. Let's see. I bought Fire Pro Wrestling. Diabolical Pitch, which always looked like a great Connect game, even back when it came out. Both the South Park games. Fusion Genesis, which is like a really cool shmup. And you ever play the Dishwasher game? That seemed to be like a well-liked arcade game that I'd never played.
That's one I want to go back to. I played a demo and loved it. And I don't know if you ever heard the Joystick podcast. It was a old podcast I used to listen to all the time. And one of the hosts left the show, and he created a dishwasher. And
really?
Yeah, the first PAX I went to, I met him and talked to him. He's super nice, and I can't wait to play it.
Cool.
And then I end up never even getting his game.
Dang, man. Well, I'm glad I could support him then. So
Yeah.
if you need to buy it, I would buy it now.
Yeah, it's that.
I think there's some DLC too.
Let's see. Pack.
Dishwasher.
Wow,
Xbox.
South Park on Metacritic. The critics actually have it higher. They have it a 6, and the users have a 4.8.
Oh, it's usually the opposite, isn't it?
Yeah, especially something like that where it's like such a loved brand. You think it'd be like an 8 from users and like a 4 from critics?
I don't understand the alpha, beta, dishtastic, and then the full game. What is dishtastic? Oh, that's why. It's your dashboard. It's a dashboard item. Dishwasher beta. Flip out with 5 Monsters Dishwasher gamer picks. Oh, dang. I should definitely go buy those, huh? Dishwasher alpha. Gamer picks. Okay. So that's what I saw on here. I didn't see anything that. The Dishwasher Brutal Dish.
It's an expansion.
Oh, it's just a trailer for the sequel, Dead Samurai. But yeah, I think those 7 games. I went through there and like really fine-tooth comb like things I honestly would want to play in the future that could be gone. So I just grabbed them.
Did you never play South Park, or you play them again?
Well, there was the South Park. There's 2 of the arcade games. It's like South Park Tower Defense or something.
Oh, yeah. I remember that game. I won't say except about the tower defense.
It's like what is the kid's name that he feeds his parents to in the chili? Tinnerman?
Scott Tedderman.
Tedderman. Yeah, Tedderman's Revenge or something is the other one.
Name, I can't even think of what the gameplay is.
Yeah, so if you don't have either one of those, I recommend picking them up. You just go online, purchase them through the Microsoft Digital Store, and then supposedly you should be able to download them to your 360.
They not playable on Series X?
No, as far as I know. But that Call of Duty Classic's like one of the best ways to play that first campaign, as far as I know. I remember loving it back in the day. Ended up beating it at Andrew's house. I'm pretty sure I stayed up all night. Because Andrew like went to fell asleep, and I just stayed up all night, played it. And at like 8 a.m., I called my dad. I was like, "Hey, can you come pick me up? I actually haven't been to sleep yet."
Remember this game? I will win. Style game to see.
Innerman. This is really good. It's delicious. Watching Giant Bomb play it.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, from 12 years ago.
That'd be prime Giant Bomb. Probably even hasn't passed away. I told you, perfect chemistry.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it looks pretty good, man. It looks like a platformer. They have real cutscenes and stuff in it, and voice acting for it. It's only $10 too, so.
I plan to get that one. I know the tower defense game. fan of. I would have liked if I stuck. Like I was good at it.
Yeah, so the last of my 360 picks,